This week on the Jock and Nerd podcast, it's our first superhero movie draft. Does the Jock have an unfair advantage? Will the nerd be confused by the rules? Does Rug Boy get screwed out of good picks?
What?
Plus, our reaction to the Mandalorian and Grogu trailer, reviews for the latest episodes of Alien Earth and Peacemaker Season 2, and more, all in this edition of the Jock and Nerd Weekly for Monday, September 22nd, 2025.
This is Frank Grillo. You know me. But who are you? Are you the discerning, sophisticated type of person who enjoys all the latest comic book and superhero TV and movie news? Pop culture references, witty banter? Me neither. I'm just here for the dick jokes.
Check. Check one. All right. This is for all you fans out there. Let's give it up. Jock it, we nerd it. We funny, disturb it. We jock it, we nerd it. We spoiler alert. Oh yeah!
Oh, what is up, listener? How's it going? Thank you so much for pressing play, and welcome to the Jock and Nerd podcast, where we give you comic book and superhero TV and movie news, reviews, and whatever we choose. Jock and Nerd. My name is Imran.
My name's Anthony.
He's the Jock.
And he's the nerd.
And joining us is a fella who's got a octopus alien living inside his slack hole. And you know what? He doesn't really mind. It's perfectly okay with him. Right, Rug Boy?
Yeah, I'm just like Krang from the Ninja Turtles.
Oh, yeah. You live inside. Something lives
I got
inside
something
of you.
in me. Yeah.
Now you
living in there.
You got somebody to hang out with and talk to. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah. Well, the eye doesn't really say much. Just
Oh.
looks at me.
But it sees all. He's got a literal brown eye in the slack hole.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's
It's not the first thing I've had up there.
no, that's true.
I mean, it's what the slack hole's for, actually.
Yes. To store
Wow.
nuts for the winter time.
Weed, nuts,
Yes, weed.
anything you really need to put
It's
in
a
there.
toilet paper cozy.
Sure.
You know, you could stash a lot of stuff up in the slack hole. It's very handy.
People lose their keys in there all the time.
Yeah, well, you got to put that tile on that shit. Get it to beep and shit. Anyways, enough of that bullshit. We got a fun trailer to talk about, some fun reviews, and a super fun superhero movie draft in the second half of the show. Let's get started.
The Jock and Nerd podcast.
We're going to warm up with a trailer reaction. We got a new trailer too. I'll play the sound clip. Remember this?
Come on, baby. Do the magic hand thing.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
That's right. The first Star Wars theatrical film since 2019's Rise of Skywalker. They are taking season 4 of The Mandalorian, and it is now going to be a movie called The Mandalorian and Grogu. We got a short little teaser and a really fun poster giving us kind of the tone of this thing. It comes out next year, May 22nd, 2026. And you see a bunch of, fun things. You see Grogu being adorable. You see Sigourney Weaver in this. You see a Hutt all naked, raising his hands. Some AT-ATs going down. A lot of fun stuff. Anthony, I'm going to start with you because you hate the Star Wars.
Yes.
You get a look at this. I know you liked Mando. It's a fun show.
Yeah, I took a look at it.
And now they're turning the TV show into a movie. How did this thing hit you? What does it feel like to you? What did you like?
Looked all right. I mean, it looked like in the tone of Mando, except bigger budget. It looked like a fun adventure. What caught my eye was what the AT-ATs crumbling down a cliff.
That's a great shot.
Yeah, it was well done in terms of bringing you the feels. Everyone loves Grogu. Lots of Grogu in this. No Mando talking. Yeah, I think if you're a Star Wars fan and you liked the first 2 seasons, it looked like it was trying to capture that just with a bigger budget. So,
okay. Ruggs, does this feel cinematic enough to you, or does it just feel like an extended episode of the show?
That's a good question.
This is what I was just struggling with a little bit.
Yeah, I also struggle with that. It looked a little kiddie, too.
Yeah.
So it felt like... Well, first of all, the Mando is a more cinematic show, right? If you don't count the Book of Boba Fett.
Absolutely. Right. Yeah.
Like, I think Mando, like, especially the first season, was pretty cinematic.
Yeah.
And Yeah, you could see that it started to get a little TV-ish, like as it progressed, it started to get formulaic and TV-ish. But this looks like it's kind of like the first season of Mando, where it was a little bit more cinematic.
All right.
It's got that. The AT-AT thing falling, it was cool, but I was like, you got to cut to a different shot now, like to really make it work. You got to cut into the AT-AT and like as it's falling or another view.
That would
and
be
I felt like that shot lingered too long. Actually,
Yeah.
it was a cool shot.
It was a cool shot.
But I was like, wait a minute, they could even pump this up even more. And I was like, oh, they didn't take that opportunity. But anyway, it's good to see everyone back. It's good to see Grogu. It's good to see everything. It looks like it's geared towards kids a little bit. And like the monsters and everything look a little bit like more.
A lot of monsters.
They look a little bit more fluffy. Not as terrifying. So I don't know. Maybe that'll do well. Maybe people will take their kids to see, Grogu and the big fucking slug.
I mean, he is adorable, and him with just the telescope over the sand and the little things. He's very cute.
There's that little guy, little mechanic dude.
Yeah, so you have the Babu Frick race, the Anzellans. And that's funny at the end where he's like, nice shot, baby. It's kind of funny. Sigourney Weaver is interesting, already adds some gravitas. That one shot of that Hutt raising his hands, that's Rada Hutt. It's Jabba the Hutt's kid, voiced by Jeremy Allen White from The Bear, will be voicing him. But I thought that was interesting. Grogu swimming. So I guess it does feel a little more cinematic. I do get the sense this is going to be like an adventure film, right? You guys see this poster? It's clearly like Indiana Jones serials from the 30s and 40s, adventure serials. That's the kind of feel I'm getting. The poster's kind of nice too.
It feels very campy, the poster.
Does it? Yeah. I do like how it says starring Pedro Pascal as Din Djarin and Grogu as himself. Like, that's kind of funny, I guess.
Well,
you also got Zeb from Rebels live action.
Yeah, he's in there.
You got some Hutts. You got AT-ATs. I don't know. It's just a teaser. I don't know what the story is. I hope it doesn't feel like just a long episode of Mando and it is something more. Do you think people, I guess, Anthony, you answered, Star Wars fans will come out to see this. But outside of that, do you think it's going to turn anyone away, the fact that this was a TV show and maybe now you need to watch the show before you watch this?
Well, I'm just saying, this is just a teaser.
Right.
So we don't know what kind of pull this has. This is just to get everyone's beak wet. Like when they actually drop the trailer, the serious trailer, maybe it'll have more footage that's going to be like, oh shit, I got to go to the movies to see that. But
yeah,
maybe they're building anticipation now.
I mean, I like that. There's no dialogue. That's great. It's just
there's really not much to this trailer. They're just showing you Grogu's in it. They're showing you who's in it.
Yeah.
And that's basically it.
Yeah, I don't know if that people will be intimidated by watching the 3 shows. I think at its peak, this was a really hot show.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think the appeal here is, hey, you remember Grogu? Remember the old times? We got a movie, and it for the overall casual Star Wars fan, it's hey, we haven't released a Star Wars movie in 6-7 years.
Yeah.
Star Wars is back in the theaters. So I think I don't think that'll hurt it.
I just hope this story that they've converted to a movie, I hope the story is good because it can either be not long enough or it could have been too many things that maybe should have been in, 8 episodes of television. It's going to be interesting.
It depends on how epic it is.
Yeah.
I from this teaser, I can't really tell it's epic. Yeah. I could tell that all the people are back and there's some interesting stuff. Like you're going to see some characters that you haven't seen before, like the Jabba the Hutt's kid and everything like that. But I really can't tell what kind of scale this movie is yet. And that's a weird feeling where I'm a little bit lost there.
Yeah. No, I mean, right now it looks as good as the show, which is fine. But can they make it special for the theaters? We will find out.
That's going to be a big thing because people are going to have to. You're going to have to want to go to the theater instead of wait for it to come out on Disney Plus.
Right.
If Disney Plus ever even exists after this week, I don't know.
It'll still be around. It's fine. Somebody will buy it and then call it something else.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listener, let us know what you think. You can join this conversation. Join our Facebook group. It's called Jock and Nerd Nation. Jock and Nerd. There is a link in the episode description. It is a closed, exclusive group. Leave your comments, your opinions, share your thoughts. You got any questions? We'll share them on the show. Lots of fun stuff over in the Facebook group. Okay, gang, let's continue our coverage of Alien Earth and Peacemaker. Starting with Alien Earth, we are at the penultimate episode. Episode 7, titled Emergence. Here's your spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
Anthony, what happens in the peen of Alien Earth?
I'm actually going to throw it back to you, not because I didn't watch it, more because I watched it as it came out. So it's been a week. So I need you to do this so that I can remember what happened.
I got you. There's essentially, I can break it down into 3 chunks. Yes. Well, slightly after getting Arthur face hugged, gets Smee's help to meet Morrow on the beach. They got to get out there. They don't move quick enough. We'll get into what happens. Facehugger releases. He wakes up. We all know what's going to happen. That thing does happen. Morrow catches up with them, and then everyone is captured. With more about that. In the meantime, Boy Cavalier is assessing the fucking damage from last episode with Toodles and these aliens getting free. And he watches the video and realizes this wasn't an accident. This fucking goat is smart and wants to talk to it, tests it, and has an idea of who the eyes should inhabit next so he could talk to.
Well, he wants to put it in a human.
In a human. Who is the question? All of this very irresponsible and just not a good idea. And then the third kind of plot deals with Wendy and Joe and the Lost Boys, who my theory from last week kind of came through. Wendy, after seeing what happened to Nibs, and now she sees what happened to Isaac, she walks in, and there's a great line. She goes, "What happened to Isaac?" She's standing there, and Chris just goes, "Science." She is like, "Holy fuck, we're not safe here. We got to get the fuck off the island with Joe." Nibs is down. Curly doesn't want to go. They go to the boat where he was given the codes last episode from Arthur. There's a couple of things they find on their way. We'll talk about that. She's still in contact with the Xeno, almost kind of on command. And the boat there's an ambush waiting for them at the boat, and crazy shit happens. So essentially, in this penultimate, the shit is hitting the fan here. And it's also hitting the floor of that goat's cage, literally, in this episode, as he just dropped one. That's good. That's pretty much the chunks. And I want to dive into certain things, but did that jog anything for you, Anthony? What did you like? What stuck out from this episode?
Yeah, no, that helped. Thank you. Overall, I did like the episode in terms of I'm ending that going, okay, what's going to happen next? So I am entertained by the plot and where everything's going and where the chess pieces are moving. I still do have issues with the way it's structured. Like, I'm not fully on board with the alien talking to Marcy.
Ooh, this is a huge new thing here.
There's no precedent for this. Nope. So it's very strange.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I still got to see this play out before I make a final call on it, which is one more episode. The other thing was about this. The other thing that I had a little bit of confusion on was just a sense of the pacing. So there was a point where Marcy releases all the aliens.
She releases the Xeno. Yes,
right. And there's chaos.
Yeah.
And Smiley, right, leaves with the alien. Kirsch is like, get out.
Oh, Slightly and Smee
leave, right?
With the body.
Right? So the alien has been released.
Yes.
Kirsch lets them two leave.
Yes, that was crazy.
And then we cut to Boy Cavalier with the goat.
Yeah.
As if they've taken the goat out of the alien place where they were keeping all the other aliens, and he's like looking at the goat.
The goat's in the same place in that room. I do know what you're saying is because when they cut to show all the aliens, it almost seems like where the Xeno was in a completely different area.
Well, not only that, but like
room.
They structured it where the aliens released, and then Kirsch is letting them leave with the dude with the face hugger on the face. So the alien's gone, right? People would know the alien's gone.
No, you see it on the monitor. It's attacking everyone. This is after
but then it cuts to Boy Cavalier. No, it's before.
Oh,
it cuts to Boy Cavalier like staring at the goat, like I want to talk to the goat, and it's just like, But maybe there's all this chaos going on. Well, how did they get the goat out? Like
maybe they did move the goat to another room.
They did, because the goat is in Boy. It's just very like it. It's almost as if when they edited it, they didn't really like cross their T's and dot their I's.
No,
it doesn't
make sense. But then when he goes to talk to Sylvia, the scientist, asking her, "Did you know he turned off the trackers?" Then you hear the security lab breach. Yeah, it's kind of weird timing.
So it's just weird how they structure it. So there's like every episode, there's always things where I'm like, hey, I'm getting on board with the plot, but then there are things that make me go, wait, that doesn't make any sense. Why does it come like that?
Yeah. It does kind of jump around a little bit.
Yeah, it feels like there's something cut out of it.
Yeah.
Or that they're just so stupid they don't know how to make sure things make sense. Yeah, because like the alien was going crazy in that room, killing everybody.
Right. Yeah. In the lab, and then
they never address it after it. They just kind of like move on.
Yeah, and Boy Cavalier's, I think, with the goat alien, and that goat alien is in another room. So it's like, wait, he wouldn't react to the xenomorph just being all over the place at this point?
Yeah,
it's just strange.
And then it just gets outside, and you don't really see it, but it is, it's just escapes.
I don't mind it being outside. I just don't. It doesn't make sense how they cut it. Like no one's reacting to that.
So speaking of which, Ruggs, when on our Discord, what'd you think of this episode? You had a problem with a certain raft showing up, and I went back and I watched it.
This materializes out of nowhere, and why would they even need a raft? The guy's dead. The alien's out.
Do you know? Okay, this is what. Do you know? Remember what he's talking about?
No, yeah, what raft is this?
Okay, so after first of all, let's just the whole Smee and Slightly sequence. A lot of fun stuff. I love when Kirsch catches them and he goes, "What are you doing?" And Slightly tells him everything. He goes, "I know. I mean, what are you doing going that way? You got to take this elevator." I was like, "What the fuck?" He's helping him escape. And then they lose him, and Arthur just wakes up and he can't remember anything. The facehugger's dead, and he finally starts to remember. He's like, "We got to go back." And then, of course, as they turn back, the chest burster just comes out, freaking out Smee and Slightly. Okay, so that scene, we see the thing pop out. It slithers off into the grass, and Smee is like, "You told me he was going to be okay." And
Slightly's basically lost his all his innocence.
And Slightly is like, "What did you do?" Now, the next time we see them, they are walking in the river with Arthur's body on a bamboo raft.
Oh, okay, that's the raft.
Like a lashed together raft made out of like bamboo sticks.
So, Ruggs, it easily could have been sitting at the base of wherever you enter the fucking river off screen.
I get what you're saying, Ruggs, and yeah, that makes no sense.
All of a sudden, there's a raft.
Yeah, there's just a raft exactly where they're going to meet the guy. It doesn't make any sense.
Or they built it within minutes.
Yes, within minutes. They fucking
they're robots. They can make things really quickly.
That's true.
They've never seemed proficient at this point at anything.
Yeah, you're right.
If they would have maybe had a scene where they fucking cleaned their room really fast or something, I don't know. It would have been set the tone or
right. That they had like speed motion.
They did anything good. Like these are like the worst robots. Like for some reason, Marcy can do anything.
Yeah,
and these fucking guys can't do shit, even though they have the same bodies.
They're all children.
Yeah, but so is Wendy.
Yeah, but
Wendy wasn't trained in ninjutsu, but she could jump off a cliff and land. It's like they all have the same fucking body.
She was given some fight training, I thought.
But I think that adds to my overall point too, that this show isn't as tidy as it needs to be for everything to make sense.
It's pretty sloppy. It's really fucking sloppy.
Yeah.
So
it's a good call out, the rug. Or not the rug, the raft. The raft, yeah. That's a really good call out. I didn't even remember that.
I didn't remember it either. I had to watch it again. I was like, oh.
I'm like, you mean they stopped in the middle of this? And I'm like, why do they need to put this body on the raft and take it tomorrow when the thing that he wants not even in it?
No, it's just like Jurassic World Rebirth. The raft is just there. It was there crazy. The whole time.
Oh, that's a good point.
Anyways, that thing escapes, and we do find out eventually Kirsch catches it. We'll get back to that in a second. I want to talk about the Boy Cavalier bit. We learn how much these things cost, because he goes, well, there goes $6 billion. There goes that $6 billion. I was like, Jesus Christ, he just doesn't even care. $6 billion. And then how he's transfixed with this goat because he saw what it did. And I don't even know if this is true of the whole pi thing. He writes 3.14 on his hand and goes, this is pi. Every intelligent being would know this number. What are the next three digits?
And it stomps it out.
So, yeah, it stomps out 1, it stomps out 5, and then it drops a dookie.
Oh, shit.
For another 151, which I thought was fucking hilarious. Not only is it smart, it's got a sense of humor. and then Boy Cavalier is like, "Oh, I need to talk to you. We need to put you in an idiot, someone with a low IQ, to see the difference." And then he goes, "I know exactly who we should use," and it ends there. Who do you think? Is he stupid enough to put it in himself in his body?
No, he's not.
So he's looking for a low IQ person,
He's gonna get one of the soldiers or something.
Human, but he seems to know exactly. Any guesses, Anthony Bruggs? Soldiers?
No, I don't even remember that he said that we need to put it in a low IQ person. I remember he wants to put it in someone, but
I mean, if he's going to put it in anybody, he's going to. I don't know. I think if he puts it in the brother, then
it could be Joe.
Yeah, I guess the brother seems to make the most sense because he just wants to eliminate that connection between the brother and Marcy.
Yeah.
But the brother has done a good job of ending that connection by himself.
You know what a clever thing that I thought of that they didn't think of, or maybe they did. Maybe it will come into this, but you know, when an alien it goes into a person and it's gestating and then it bursts out of them.
Yeah,
the human always dies.
Yeah,
but in the case of this alien,
what if he
lived inside of Joe's tissue?
Oh,
out of his lung, right? And and Joe's still alive. So it's like the first time the person that actually the body that birthed the alien is still alive.
Yeah, because they took.
Does he recognize himself? Because he needed it symbiotically to develop, right? I don't know. I thought that would be an interesting thing to go look into, but that's like something that's unique that never happened in any other alien movie.
What, that the alien was born outside of the human host?
Not only that, but like the human host is alive.
Right. Yeah, they could probably go the route. That'd be interesting that there's some sort of connection between them.
That would be something that would at least make sense.
Well, the other thing they're doing is what also we talked about last episode. They're making it not a pet, but a friend, a bond with Wendy Marcy. And some of those scenes I loved when they're in the forest and the ambush happens and she calls him and he just fucks them all up.
Yeah,
I'm still on the fence about that.
And then she tells him to hide and follow.
Yeah, I'm with Ruggs. I'm on the. It's cool when she does it, but I still don't understand the mechanics of it or what the overall purpose of it is.
I think that if this is the Peen episode, the Peen Ultimate, I don't think that they're going to be able to wrap this up. I think that we're going to be going into another season. They're going to leave it open.
Oh yeah.
I think the intent is to get greenlit for another season.
I think they wanted 2 seasons out of him to begin with, and they haven't renewed it. But it's definitely not going to be completely.
Like you can't do the goat thing
in one episode.
You can't do the goat thing. Have Morrow and Kirsch have their showdown.
Yeah.
Wendy have her showdown with fucking Boy Cavalier. All in this next episode. It's not going to happen.
No, it's going to be cliffhanger.
What about the other one that wants to stay there?
Curly doesn't want to leave.
You said it's going to be a cliffhanger?
I think it's not going to be completely resolved.
You think Stallone shows up?
Yeah, he's going to be hanging from the mountain, from the helicopter, and fucking old ass, what's his name will be in the helicopter? John Lithgow.
John Lithgow and
Michael Rooker.
Michael Rooker.
Oh, he's in the next show. Michael Rooker's in the next show.
He's going to be naked. He's going to be naked in this one too.
He's going to be naked in all of them. I did love Nibs ripping that dude's throat out. That was kind of fucking crazy. And then the big thing that happens at the end here, it's an ambush. They get to the boat. Nibs rips the throat out. And then Joe zaps Nibs. She does get shot a couple of times also. And he zaps her. And Wendy is just like, what did you do? Yelling at him, cut to black. She starts to call the Xeno. He covers her mouth. I also liked how they found their graves on the way to the thing. Kind of made it a little more poignant what they're going through of their bodies. And then the song, we got to talk about the song. We've moved on from 90s rock, alt-rock, grunge to early 2000s Queens of the Stone Age. Song for the Dead they used. So they're moving on. I wish they'd go back to the 90s alt stuff, but I loved it. It was good. And then finally, Ruggs, how's the date going?
Still not good. It's getting worse.
You haven't bailed though, and I'm
going to go to the end. I'm going to see if I can turn this into something, but it's not going well. I feel like at any moment something bad could happen.
You haven't called an Uber for her yet, so
No.
Still there.
At this point, I'm just getting drunk at this point. That's what I'm doing. And letting the booze
Finish the
guide
night
the
out.
night. Yes.
Did you mention that Kirsch's plan was to capture all of them?
Yeah, I guess that was why he was letting him do it so he could get Morrow. Yeah, so at the end, he captures Morrow. He has the baby Xeno. Neither of them know Morrow doesn't know there's another full-grown fucking Xeno just roaming around the fucking island right now. And I love where he goes to the kids. He goes, "You boys are grounded." So that was the plan. They just lure him in, trap him. I like when they showed up from the water. That was pretty cool. I was like, oh,
not the best plan unless he just wants chaos, because there's still an alien roaming around and all sorts of shit happening.
Yeah, Morrow's like, this isn't done. And Kirsch just goes, it never is.
Yeah, this escalated in the worst possible way.
So you got that. You got the Godai thing. You got Wendy and them on the boat. The Xenos out in the forest. It's not ending in one episode. Although
there's a lot.
If you watch the trailer, there's a fun line where she's like, all this time we've been afraid of them. They should be afraid of us. So I don't know what that means, but there's still a lot. So I think we'll get some closure, but I don't know if anybody even makes it off this island at the end of the finale next week.
I really think that this show is taking a lot of the mystery out of Alien.
You think so?
Yeah, by making it into a pet and talking to it and shit.
That is the biggest thing.
I think, the show is like, it's not very
shooting it in the daylight, you know,
a lot of daylight.
A lot of daylight.
Yeah.
It's not scary in my opinion.
Yeah.
The thing what they're doing is they're adding things.
Yes.
They're adding a lot more variables.
Yes.
Like they're adding other aliens, they're adding these other companies, they're adding other robots, other versions of robots. So they've just added a lot.
I like all of the additions. I think so far. I like the other aliens. I like the other.
I don't mind the additions. I think
like the
there's a
world
better way to balance everything they're doing.
Yes. There's a lot going on. The balance is sometimes off.
Alien has had so many terrible permutations.
Yeah.
We got, we've had Covenant, we've had Resurrection, we've had all the bad ones.
This still is like one of the better ones if you compare it to everything.
Romulus, there's people who hate Romulus.
Yeah.
So I could guarantee you, there's people who fucking hate this show. I'm on the borderline of. Remember, I'm just holding out for.
Yeah.
I'm being drunk on this date right now. I'm hoping that I will be drunk and not care about what happens.
All right, well.
Either way.
We'll find out how the date ends next week. Alien Earth finale, first season.
Maybe go home and take her and watch this last episode with her.
Yeah, well,
I call an Uber for her and go home and just watch porn.
That's the thing. Is at the end of the show, an Uber is going to get called. How many people are getting into this Uber? That's how we'll know. If it's just her, you're not gonna. If it's both of you, then that's probably. Anyways, we'll find out next week. Let's continue with the second fun show, Peacemaker, season 2, episode 5. This one titled "Back to the Suture." I see what you did there. There's your
spoiler alert.
Back to the Suture. It's clever. I love the punny episode titles. Have been fun. Anthony, what happened in this one? Do you remember?
No, you got to go do it again.
Oh shit. Okay.
Making you do it. We're gonna see how good you are at summarizing.
This one I don't have as many chunks. You know what? It really wasn't that bad. We start with a flashback to Rick Flag Jr.'s funeral 3 years ago, where Amelia Harcourt essentially says, "Whoever did this to Rick, I'm gonna make him pay." She promises him. We cut to where we left off last episode, the trap in the park. It's clearly a trap, and like an idiot, Chris Smith does show up in a hilarious fashion, ducking behind dogs and kids playing soccer.
I did find that funny.
That was amazing because Judo Master is on the roof sniping him and he can't get a shot. He's running behind everyone. And he risks all this, even though Amelia Harcourt sent him the warning text, copacetic. She was tipped him off. Don't come. He shows up. Why? For some reason, he still needs to ask her, do you have any feelings for me? This is a little much here. I was like, bro, you did all this. You know what she's going to say. He's just looking for a reason to go in the other dimension. Didn't mean anything. And she finally just goes, no, fuck no. I told you doesn't mean anything.
So this hookup they had never was actually shown on screen.
No, it happened between seasons. They just mentioned they were on a boat and they made out. I don't know if they slept. I don't know what happened. We don't know. But it meant more to Chris, obviously, than it did to Harcourt. So she goes, no, and she's like, you were so fucked. He tries to leave. They surround him. Bordeaux has a kill shot on him, and Amelia, to save his life, he doesn't know this, runs, takes him down physically so that his head doesn't get blown off. In the meantime, there's some weird filler conversations between Adebayo and Adrian, where her ad for the private investigator reads like an ad for prostitution, and she gets a call from a guy wanting her to do Greek style, and she's confused. And Adrian is like, it sounds like you're having a conversation about prostitution to me. I don't know what to tell you. Then we cut back to Argus. We learn Bordeaux is a cyborg. And Flag finally has Chris there. And Chris, what can he say? He's like, I feel really bad. I liked him. And Rick Flag Jr., Frank Grillo, kicks the ever-loving shit out of fucking
That's right,
Chris.
buddy.
Oh, my God. Bodies him, as the kids say. Knee to the head, just getting thrown around. And Chris is not fighting back because to him, I think he feels I kind of deserve this. Yeah, I did kill your son at the order of Amanda Waller. And while this is going on, Amelia is still trying to help, convinces Economos to officially book Chris so he can't be disappeared. So while he's getting beat, Bordeaux has to interrupt and say, Chris has been booked. You got to let him go. You got to stop beating him. But he gets a beating, and Chris is released, heads to the cabin. Adebayo leads him to the cabin. In the meantime, another weird subplot. Red Saint Wild out in the woods near the cabin with a giant fucking ridiculous gun. That's apparently a real gun, a bird shooting gun. Tries to get Eagly, and turns out Eagly is the prime eagle. After all, he summons all his eagle buddies, and I don't know if he's dead, but they shred the shit out of him and at least remove a finger. And we know that for sure. So James Gunn brought his buddy Michael Rooker in for like 2.5 episodes just to fuck him up and kill him. Hilarious.
It's nice to know that Eagly has eagle powers like Nacho Libre.
Yeah, he's got more. He's probably the most powerful out of all of them with this display of prime eagleness. In the meantime, Flag and Bordeaux are starting a relationship and flirting. All of a sudden,
you bet your ass.
And
Frank Grillo's getting that.
Yeah, because Bordeaux, he's getting that. Fleury is watching all this.
Android ass.
And Fleury might kind of flip as he is seeing what's going on. After Economos books John, Fleury's like, I'm glad you did that. And he sees Flag and Bordeaux, and he's suspicious, right? So, and then the funniest thing is, Judo Master is in the forest, calls into Fleury, and Fleury calls him a Duncan Munchkin. He goes, you can't call me a munchkin, that's a child. He goes, I don't know what the Duncan Munchkin science is. And then Judo Master's like, you call me that again, I will rip your dick off. He goes, literally, I will rip your penis off. And he doesn't call that again. But essentially, Chris has written a farewell letter. And him and Eagly open the portal, or they set the portal down. They go in the portal. Judo Master sees this, follows him, and the portal shuts down just as Adebayo and Adrian get there. Meaning he has locked himself and Judo Master are stuck in that other dimension. He's left the device. They read the notes. The 11th Street gang is there, and they're like, "Well, we're gonna have to go somewhere else. We're gonna get Chris back." So they're gonna try to light the portal up, and we get a little montage as Chris is enjoying his life in the second dimension. He suits up. They fight a kaiju that looks just like the kaiju from Superman, and it ends with Amelia running to hug him, and he's loving this perfect universe, which is not going to be perfect because now Judo Master's in there, and they're going to see him and freak out. And when Adebayo shows up, they're going to freak out. I think Fleury might actually end up helping them. My other question is Adrian ever going to get to do anything at all? Because they've just been giving him the dumbest fucking bits to do.
He did the most important thing. He described what Greek stuff is.
Yes. And so the other important thing is he cried at the end. And this is a guy who said he has no emotion. And Chris didn't even really mention him in the letter, which is also funny. But he's crying. Anyways, Anthony, what stuck out? Are you still digging this? This was like the big. What didn't James Gunn say? This was like his favorite thing.
I'm really thrown for a loop because I think the next episode's going to be the big one.
So the next 3 are going to be crazy, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have as much to say about this. I thought it was another solid episode. I was fully hooked. It's easy to watch. It's pretty straightforward, right? Chris wants to see if Harcourt has any feelings for him. Confirms she doesn't, although we all know that she probably does.
Yeah.
And he's like, "That's my cue. I need to. There's nothing for me to live here. There's nothing for me in this place anymore. Let me get out of here." And then they're like, "Well, we got to go and get him."
Quick,
That's
Imran,
pretty much it.
I have a question. I remember this, but I'm not sure it happened or if I'm just remembering it wrong. But Chris finds out that she was with Rick Flag Jr., right?
He does ask her about that. He knows that they were.
Does he know?
He said he mentioned something to her in this. When
I think she said he was his friend, like her best friend or something.
Yeah, and then she goes, he was the only friend I had. Well, I find Emilia very layered right now in this show because she knows Chris is the one that killed Rick Flag, who she was seeing, but she also kind of fell for Chris and doesn't want to admit it to herself. She wants her job back, but she's helping him out.
She was Rick Flag to her. Rick Flag Jr. was just a fuck buddy.
Okay.
That's the vibe I get.
Okay.
And she wanted to, do right by Rick Flag Sr. by finding this guy that killed him. But then when she found out it was Chris and she's developed some sort of feelings for him, it's clear, Chris is priority over avenging Rick Flag.
Yeah. But he doesn't see this. She has to tell them.
Well, he doesn't know that she
saved him.
Yeah, saved him. She thinks that she was in on it.
Yeah. And the fact that she's like, she's the one who's like, we're going to go get him. Let's fucking light this thing up. We're going to go get him. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I didn't know walking into the show where they were going and what this was, but now it seems, as we're 4 or 5 episodes in, it seems pretty clear what this is. It's more of like a love story.
Yeah.
In a James Gunn way.
I think it's possible what we're going to see in the other dimension is that, once the other shoe drops, he may have to kill his brother again. He may have to kill his father again.
That's right.
He may not like anybody there because they're all fucking white supremacists and believe in this thing that he doesn't, and they're going to treat.
Is that confirmed, or is you just?
I don't know. It's not confirmed yet, but it's still only white people in the background.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of Twitter analysis
it's
of
all
that.
Speculation.
There's no like minorities in any of the shots.
That's really the only evidence where everyone is going off.
And the fact that a white supremacist is now a hero in this world.
Yeah.
And you can clearly see in the beginning when he shoots the alien, when he finds the door, he's a redneck.
Well, that was
not like some sophistication.
No, but that was our universe.
Yeah, that was
the main universe. That's not the other universe.
Oh, okay, whatever.
Yeah. But it's the same. If it's the same Chris, and then Adrian's like, I wonder if there's a me over there. And then there was no Eagly because his brother is like, what's with the bird? He goes, rescue Eagle. He's like, all right, whatever. And they're all flying together.
I really enjoy the Michael Rooker getting fucked up.
Michael Rooker is so funny. So I listened to the podcast today, and it's hosted by James Gunn and Emilia Harcourt, John Economos. Michael Rooker was on there. They were sharing stories how Rooker has been in everything James Gunn has ever done from the very first movie, and they're just good buddies, and he loves killing him and torturing him in everything he does. And that gun, it's called a punt gun. It's an actual gun replica they rented to shoot birds, and it's that long, like as a real thing. I was like, that fucking thing is ridiculous. But I don't know if I guess he's dead. I just think it's funny. He was in for like 2 episodes just to get fucking shredded by birds. And he's
ducks.
like, I'm sorry.
Giant ducks.
A fucking duck attacked me. But the Duncan Munchkin bit was great. Tim Meadows still.
This is one of those episodes where like I personally don't have a ton to say. I think it's a solid episode. As a whole, I'm liking the show. Where this fits into the entire show is where, then I'll have a lot more thoughts. But yeah, I think Peacemaker is exactly, what James Gunn is good at, which is like these offbeat characters.
Yes.
You see this thing though, like it's a comedy show.
Yeah.
It's a comedy.
Yeah.
It's like it's an Elseworlds or I don't know. It's
main canon. It's canon in his
now
universe.
it is, but initially it wasn't.
Yeah.
But now it's kind of like this thing that's kind of like trying to mold itself to this new DC universe.
Yeah, it's trying to be a
but
bridge.
you know what? It's got more figured out than the fucking Alien show. It's supposed to be hard sci-fi.
Yeah.
And this is a comedy, and it's got more shit that it's way more thought out than the other show.
I mean, this
makes more sense.
And the sci-fi in here it works too.
I mean, this is silly stuff.
It's
I mean,
silly.
like the eagle powers and all that stuff, but it all works in the tone of the show.
I love when he shows up and he drops the finger and he just goes, "I'm gonna pretend you found that." Just that's it. It's fucking Red Saint Wild.
Well, the show is actually pretty good. I would say it's doing well. It's about as good as it's ever been. So.
Well, yeah, and the trailer for next episode, it looks like they figure out how to fucking open the portal and they go over. I can't wait to see what these next three, because in this episode of the podcast I listened to, he mentioned we're doing things in the next 3 episodes they didn't want us to do. We didn't think we'd be able to do it, but we got to do it. So I was like, what the fuck? There's gonna be some gross shit, some wild shit. But
you notice that John Cena's like walking like a really old man. Hunched over.
How old is he?
He's in his 40s. Well, he's been pro wrestling. It's not easy on the body.
Rough.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You could tell that like he's struggling sometimes. That's visible. That's visible. You think that he would cut around that or something, but it's very noticeable.
They say Hulk Hogan lost 2 or 3 inches on his height from doing wrestling.
His
spine got compressed.
And his dick too.
It's compressing everything. Why my dick so little? Maybe all the steroids.
It's all them body slams.
He did also, Gunn revealed recently on a couple of places that he had originally wrote Peacemaker for Batista, his other buddy.
Right.
But it would have been a
Would you prefer Batista or John Cena?
No, apparently John had a lot of input and turned this character into what it is. It would have been a different Peacemaker. I don't think he would have been as quippy or as funny. I don't know. I think Cena's the better choice. Batista's good in certain things.
I've only seen Batista really do well as Drax.
As Drax, and that is a very specific type of character, right? I can't see that as the Peacemaker.
Yeah.
But John bringing his comedy and his personality and his ideas, like he's really into it. You could tell. He
likes it.
Yeah, so he crafted a lot of the way this character is right now. So Cena was revelation in this. This is like the best shit I've ever seen. I did not think he could pull this off.
Were you going the best shit I've ever seen?
From him.
Okay.
From him. The best Cena shit. Like, I didn't think he had this in him.
Wait, did you watch his wrestling career? It's pretty good.
Yeah, but
maybe the wrestling fans might take umbrage with that.
I mean, that's performance, I guess, but
he's been in a lot of other things.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I'm not as up on where he's been in.
Yeah, but as like a lead, as like the main guy.
No, he's good. I think he's really good.
They're all really good. Again, we said it. The chemistry's great. The casting's always great. Jennifer Holland.
I think he was better as Rocksteady in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
God. Or he was in
the Ken made cameo as in Barbie.
Wasn't he in Bumblebee or G.I. Joe? Or he was
like, a bad guy in Bumblebee.
Yeah, he was like the government something.
He's been in the Fast and Furious stuff too.
Did you ever see didn't he make a movie where he was like commando? It's called The Marine or something.
Marine, the Marine. Yeah, that was when he first started out.
Is that any good?
I don't think so. I mean, it's probably up there with what Ruggs is watching on Amazon Prime.
I mean, Heads of State, he was pretty good as, and he kind of played the same kind of guy though. But
I never see Heads of State.
Yeah, that's on. It just came out on Amazon.
You might enjoy that.
Yeah, it's not bad. Some of the action is decent. It's over the top.
It's a stupid movie, but you'll enjoy it.
Stupid, but some of the action is good. But he fills Peacemaker just like Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool, right? John Cena is Peacemaker. He's made it his own.
Yeah, it's definitely working. What's happening on screen the show is working.
Oh yeah, he had one cameo on the Bear as one of the Facks, Sammy Fack. That was great. I was like, holy shit, John Cena's a Fack.
A what?
It's the family. There's a family called Facks on the Bear, and there are a bunch of fuck ups.
Say that 3 more times.
Yes, fuck ups.
Go fact yourself.
Go fact yourself. All right, that's it for this part of the show. Let's take a break here, fellas. Play some
promos, right?
Promos. Play some promos, and we will do our very first superhero movie draft right after this.
After these messages,
We'll be right back.
We'll get you back to your regularly scheduled podcast in just a minute. But we wanted to introduce ourselves. I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
And I'm Blake on this highly produced advertisement.
That's right. It's the History of Bad Ideas, a.k.a. Hobie. You can find us on Twitter at Bad Ideas Podcast and on Facebook at the History of Bad Ideas. But if you like a podcast roundtable with 3 to 5 guests, usually every week, depending on sick leave, talking about all things geek, including movies, TV.
I ain't getting paid for this shit.
Blake bitching about something and ranting, and comic books and anything else that we can think of. We have a top 5 list every week, along with a box office news, and somehow we have listeners, so they send us some feedback we answer every week. You can find us on iTunes,
Stitcher,
Facebook,
Spotify,
and any good podcast app, because if you can't find us on that podcast app, it's not a good podcast app.
Damn straight. Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
What's up, everybody? This is Mr. Throwback Thursday from the Mr. Throwback Thursday podcast, along with my co-host Bill. Every Thursday, we bring you classic hip-hop.
Classic. Straight classic.
You know, all the good stuff, the stuff that you forgot about, the golden age, pre-golden age, back to the original era.
For all the pioneers, I'm going way back, way back, way back.
Each week, we bring you hip-hop headlines, so we let you know what's going on with your favorite artists from back in the day. We bring you Wu News. We dedicate an entire segment just to the Wu-Tang Clan every week.
Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
We bring you 2 records. One is a one and done. One is a record of the week. We give you an artist of the month. We give you all the classics.
Classic. Straight classic.
Come and check us out. Every week we're on iTunes, Stitcher, and at MrThrowbackThursday.com. And if you remember nothing else, always remember, new school stale, old school fresh.
Listener, if you enjoy this show, this is a great time to join our Patreon fan club. Visit jockandnerd.com/Patreon.
Jock and Nerd.
There's a link in the episode description, and you can give back on a monthly or annual basis. As little as $3 a month gets you bonus content. You get access to an exclusive podcast feed where the shows come out early. There are instant reactions to movies we've watched, bonus movie reviews, bonus audio bullshit that's not in the show, hours of extra stuff. You can also join us for our monthly virtual meetups on Discord. We do Discord hangouts the third Thursday of every month. The next one will be October 23rd, 8 p.m. Put it in your calendars. You can pick a movie for us to review. There's a t-shirt level where you get an exclusive t-shirt, lots of fun stuff on the Patreon, jockandnerd.com/Patreon. Join it today. All right, let's get to the main show here. We got a fun segment coming up. Listener, it is time for our very first superhero movie draft.
I don't know about that music for
It's
that.
metal. It's all I had loaded up. I didn't really do a lot.
What would you like to hear as a bumper for
I
that?
didn't do a lot
Something
of
a little more epic, like dun 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 dun.
more
dun,
like
dun,
a Alan Silvestri thing.
yeah, you reuse the action movie tournament
because I'm lazy and I didn't prepare and pick another thing.
Oh, you should have called me. I would have whipped something up for you.
Oh, now we can get our friend AI Albert to help us out there.
AI rugs.
AI Rugs. Yeah, Rugs is created by a prompt, so
Rug eye.
yeah, the Rug guy. Anyways, Anthony, this was your idea, and it's a great idea, so I'm gonna hand it over to you. I need you to explain what we're doing, the rules, regulations, as if asking for a friend, as if someone has never done a sports draft before.
Well, funny enough, we've done a sports
We
draft
have done
before.
a sci-fi movie
Imran
draft.
can look up when the last one we did and put it in the notes, but it was the sci-fi movie draft.
It was like 3
and we
years
had
ago.
Gerald Morris
Yeah.
on the show as a
Yeah.
guest.
Yeah.
That was like 20 years ago.
Did I do this?
Yes.
Yeah, you were here.
Yeah, it was 4 of us. Yeah.
So, movie draft. I stole this idea from the Big Picture podcast on the Ringer Network. So they do movie drafts. I thought it would be fun to bring this back and do one for superhero stuff because we ain't been talking about superhero stuff for a while. So we're going to do a movie draft. The way the movie draft works is there's 3 of us. We'll pick the order, and it'll be snake order in a second. So we'll randomize that. You guys have to just trust me that I'm doing it randomly.
Okay.
But there will be 9 categories, right? The 9 categories are, and these are all superhero movies. So it's pre-2000s, Marvel non-MCU, DC non-DCEU, meaning the extended universe, independent film, MCU film, DCEU film, post-Endgame MCU, James Gunn, which includes DC and Marvel, and then a wild card movie, meaning you can pick whatever you want. You'll notice that some of these categories cross over. So, for example, there might be a DC non-DCEU film that also is a pre-2000s film. If I were to pick said movie, that eliminates it for every category that it also crosses over.
Oh, so even the wild card.
Yeah,
correct.
It's off the.
So we're going to need 27 films.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Now I've done the math. There, we should be able to get 27.
Yeah,
but you can screw one another because some of these categories are not as robust as others.
Correct.
So we will go in order, and you can pick whatever movie you want. You don't have to go and start with the pre-2000. So you could pick an MCU film as your first pick, or you could pick a DC, whatever you want.
Okay.
Now, the other thing here is we will do the draft order in a second, but there will be a winner at the end of this, and the winner will be decided by the Jock and Nerd fan. So after the show posts, Imran, if you could do a cool graphic like you did last time, post it in our Facebook group and have people vote. We can have the people vote on who has the best roster of films at the end of this. Every time you pick a film, it gets crossed off, but also we all can talk about, we can give our reactions. We can say, oh, fuck you, you picked that, I wanted that. You should also talk a little bit about the movie, and we can use that time to each just chime in and say something nice or bad about the movie, or say, I wasn't going to pick that. Fuck you, I don't care. So,
okay.
The point of this is to have fun.
Yeah. I
know the audience may have questions that you guys have, so are there any questions?
I had a couple. Clarification.
Yes.
Independent category. I assumed, do we mean a movie based on an independent superhero comic book? Or
yes, or it could be independent
movie studio.
You could, not movie studio, but it independent meaning not Marvel or DC.
Oh, okay.
But you have to keep it superhero.
Okay.
So for example, like A History of Violence is a comic book.
Yes.
It's also a DC comic, I think.
Yes.
But that wouldn't count. But if you throw in something that's on the fringe, you have to make the case for why it's a superhero film.
Okay, because there are some comic book adaptation movies that aren't superhero.
Right.
Would that work for the wild card?
But they're action based.
But they're action based.
If we're doing a superhero movie draft,
okay.
So it has to be some sort of superhero thing. Now, again, the audience is us. So if you make, let's just throw something random out there.
See what you're saying.
Let's say you're like, Jaws is a superhero independent film. Make the case for it. We would probably say no, right? But
I did try to pull that in the sci-fi draft.
What if it's something, let's say The Running Man was a comic book. Is that would we be able to fit that one in?
You would have to make the case for why The Running Man is a superhero movie.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Wild card can be anything. So you could pick, you could pick the Marvel film. You could pick something that someone hasn't picked. So that usually, strategically, most people save that.
What if I said like RoboCop was RoboCop is not a comic book first. But RoboCop is that a superhero?
No.
Let's say RoboCop was a comic book.
Then it would be a superhero, but it didn't start as a comic book.
All right. But that kind of movie, that's not really a superhero movie. It's more like a dark sci-fi movie.
Right. I wouldn't consider RoboCop a superhero movie.
Okay. And then theatrical release.
And it has to be a theatrical release.
Oh, fuck. This is
it's going to be hard. Yeah. Then there's one movie that's right away. I was going to pick. Okay. So, all right. I'm just thinking of strategy and like where to go first and what to grab first, what not to. But it'll all work itself out. How do we get started?
Okay. So there's a randomized draft order. So there's Imran, Rugboy, and me. I already did the randomized order. Do you guys trust me?
Sure.
Okay,
it really doesn't matter.
So the first pick is going to be Rugboy.
Oh.
The second pick will be Imran, and then I will be the third, and it's snake order, meaning
so you get third and
once
fourth.
I get to pick twice, and then we'll go back to Imran and Rug. Yep.
Oh shit. Okay.
God damn it.
So Rugboy,
I'm glad I'm not first.
You are the first pick, so you will. When you just figure out you pick what category and what film you're assigning to that.
So this is possibly the strongest, most important being the first here.
Well, of course, yes. It is you get the whole pick of the litter. You can do whatever you want.
Okay.
So.
All right. So all right. So I'm gonna go non-DCEU.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pick The Dark Knight.
Oh shit.
That's the one. Say something nice about The Dark Knight.
What's there? Nothing need to say. It's fucking one of the best comic book movies ever made. It's got great actors. Heath Ledger does an amazing Joker. The story's pretty good. The tension, everything is just fantastic in the movie. And unfortunately, that was the peak of that series. So,
yep, that was. I knew if you were in the catbird scene and you didn't pick that one, I would.
That's a solid first pick.
Yeah.
That is the first movie you should try to get.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that was the one. All right, Imran.
Okay,
you're up next.
Fuck, I am going to. What is my strategy? My strategy here is to go to a category that perhaps has the slimmest of pickings to ensure I can get the best movie in said category. And I think I'm going to start with, I don't even know if this is a smart move, DCEU film. And I have to take Wonder Woman.
All right.
Which to me is probably their best all around effort, even with the fucking shitty CGI third act. It is their best, sincerest effort. And it's a role that she was really good in. And the No Man's Land scene is still amazing. And if I'm trying to think of the rest of the DCEU, I can't find another movie that would be even close. There's maybe one other one, but I'm taking Wonder Woman.
It's a good pick. I remember when that came out, we were like, oh, they might have figured it out.
Yes, and then the second one came out, and you're like, what the fuck happened?
Oh my God, that's one of the worst movies ever.
It's horrible.
We should do a worst movie draft.
Yes.
That's a good pick.
All right.
I get 2 picks now.
Shit. He's going to clear a lot
I'm
of
going to start, and I'm being strategic here.
Yeah.
The first movie I'm going to pick is I'm going to go pre-2000s.
Okay.
And I'm going with the original Superman.
Oh, that's a good one. Superman 78.
Well played, sir.
Yeah,
78.
That's
not my favorite film of all time, but I think pre-2000s is a tough category.
Yeah.
There's not a lot there. So I wanted to get that one out of the way. But it's the movie that started this all, right?
Yeah.
So I got to pick that. That's my number one. I'm going to go Marvel non-MCU for my next pick.
Okay.
And I'm taking this not because I think this will still be there, but I think this is one of the best comic book movies of all time, let alone just in this category. But I'm going Logan.
Oh, okay.
As my Marvel non-MCU film.
I like it.
Logan, I think, arguably is up there with. I mean, I think The Dark Knight is number 1.
Yeah,
but I think there's a strong case that Logan is number 2 in terms of all time. In terms of like crossover appeal, being a dramatic story, like appealing to other people. X-23 is freaking awesome. That story, like him being like this old Lone Ranger called back one more time in his dying days. I think the only weak part is that they use Logan as a villain too.
Yeah, again, third act clone killing.
But even like, I mean, when he dies and he's like my heart in my chest, and they allude back to the Wolverine when she's talking like when one of the Japanese ladies is narrating like what you saw, and then it's his heart in his chest is his X-23, and then they put the X as his grave. Like, fucking amazing movie.
And I mean,
James Mangold,
a Wolverine movie like how it should have been done from the very beginning, R-rated and bloody, because I was sick of him pulling his fucking shit out of a body and it's clean. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I need to see what it would actually look like.
Right.
And they did it.
Yeah. So Logan, if I'm trying to stay true to me, but also win the hearts of the audience, the voters. So
that's
Logan
good,
and Superman are my 2.
All right,
Imran, you're up.
Fuck. All right. Well, you got me worried about this pre-2000s category. I also want to stay true to myself and win some fans. So I am going to be drafting Batman 89 as my pre-2000s. I need that one.
You used to dance around in your underwear to the soundtrack, right?
Dude, the movie with the fucking awesome Prince soundtrack I had on repeat. I can literally do every line of this movie word for word from beginning to end. Iconic. I remember.
I need to watch it again.
I mean, I was like 13 when it came out, so I read the novel. I bought the comic adaptation. I was buying the magazine. This is pre-internet. I had to know all of the information. I was so fucking hyped for this movie.
Of the solo Batman intro films, so this one, Batman Begins and The Batman, is this one of your favorite?
Man, I'm gonna say yes because it is the one I've spent the most time with. And yeah, despite the fact that he can't turn his fucking head, he's got to turn his whole body. And the fact that I did not like that the Joker killed his dad. The age doesn't fucking make sense. Whatever. Great lines. Jack Nicholson of all fucking people, just all time. Love it. Tim Burton, Gothic, everything. It's great.
All right, Rug Boy.
I'm gonna grab Marvel non-MCU. And I'm going to go with Spider-Man 2.
Oh, you motherfucker.
Great
that was,
pick.
damn it. I knew I was going to lose that. Shit.
It's one of the best movies ever made.
Yeah.
As far as, it is one of the best.
Man, I was
almost a perfect film.
The whole storyline with him losing the mask, having to put it back on, the train sequence. Man, that movie is just, we didn't know how good we had it when that movie came out.
Yeah, because everything was downhill for a while after.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Brilliant, but lazy. No, that is the absolute
brilliant, but lazy. Yes.
Pitch perfect Spider-Man movie. Everything. I really wanted it, and I don't know why. You got me nervous. Fuck. Okay. Well, it's back to me now. Anyways.
No.
Oh, he gets 2.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh, why do I get
2 on the end?
Because I'm in the last?
Yeah.
Right.
Ooh. Okay.
Son of a bitch.
I guess
that means I never get 2. God damn it.
You will never get 2 in a row. No.
Fuck me.
I'm gonna go with post Endgame MCU.
Post Endgame.
I'm gonna go with Fantastic Four.
Oh, okay.
Whoa,
That's a good
there
one.
you go.
That's a good one.
First steps.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, that's a good one. We all just saw it, and the last couple.
We
of
all thought it
movies
was good.
Were really good. Shit in a brick. It's back to me. Let me sort out this non-MCU Marvel debacle that I've gotten myself into since Logan, Spider-Man 2 are off the board. I gotta have a Spider-Man movie, but there's other Spider-Man movies. The categories. Another category. Well, I get that one. I need to have one. I think, let me look at this. I think I will take Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, that's a good one.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it is another solid all-around movie that understands Spider-Man was the best, one of them. And animation is wonderful. And
I didn't even think of that one. That's a great one.
It counts. It's non-MCU. And it's really good. And Sony is just good at making really good Spider-Man movies and really bad Spider-Man movies.
That's a great pick.
All right. I'm happy with that. Okay. I'm good with that.
All right. I'm up now. So I'm going to steal this one because it's a thin category. I'm going to go James Gunn, Guardians of the Galaxy.
The first one.
The first one, right?
Okay. Shit.
When this movie was greenlit, everyone was like, what the fuck? Why is Feige putting any stock into this? This is a D squad, and James Gunn single-handedly made this a thing.
Yeah.
Is it true to the comic book? No, not at all. But he had the creative freedom to do what he wanted, and he made a talking tree and a talking raccoon and all these characters a thing. This is the start of that, and I think it was a great accomplishment. And it's the start of his career.
Yeah,
really.
It's his coming out party.
He had a career, but then he really became something when he made this movie. And now he's running, the DCEU or DC Studios or whatever they're calling it now. So
yeah, I mean, and it was like so confident. Our first look into James Gunn's version of things, and a perfect cast of characters removed from the main storyline, and he just works his magic and his shtick, and it's great.
It works very well.
It works very well.
All right, I got to stay true to me, and I'm happy that this movie is still on the board because it's one of the greatest movie experiences I've ever had in my life. It's MCU film Avengers Endgame.
Oh, motherfucker.
Is my pick for my MCU film.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, what more can be said about Endgame? It is literally a crossover comic book event come to life on screen. And you get every fucking character in the movie. On your left, Tony Stark dying, all the shit that happens in this movie. Thanos snapping his fingers and not having the fucking thing. I mean,
damn it, it's a good one.
What an amazing experience. I don't know if we'll ever have a movie experience like that where with 10 years of build up.
It's the peak.
It's peak MCU right there.
It is the peak of the mountain. I don't know if we're going to get back there with Doomsday or Secret Wars. Like, can you have that reaction again? I don't know. It's 10 years of build up. Fuck. Okay. Wow. All right. I'm in pickle because both of those categories now, you got me worried. And I'm like, fuck, there's like you said, there's less James Gunn. Do I go for the one I really want? Or do I go for, there's still a bunch of good ones in the MCU. You know what? I'm going to go James Gunn. And I'm going to pick, I think this is my favorite superhero movie of his he's ever made, The Suicide Squad.
Oh.
I am going with just the irreverence, the R-ratedness, the fucking humor. He gets to do what he's good at with even more obscure characters.
Man, you really spelled Suicide Squad very incorrectly.
Sorry. You got David Dastmalchian, who has fucking vitiligo. He's my vitiligo brother.
You know what I love about this pick?
Yeah.
Is you've left the two Guardians movies and Superman for Ruggs as a James Gunn film.
Yes, right? I kind of screwed him a little bit. Then I was completely thinking about that too.
That's fine. This category was a dead one anyway. There's only one really good one.
Yeah, throw some frustration that way. I did that on purpose. So yeah, there we go. Ruggs.
Yeah, it's okay. It's fine.
You get two.
Ruggs gets 2 picks.
All right. So damn. Okay. For independent, I'm going with Hellboy.
Oh,
that's a good one.
That's a good one.
I love that movie. It's Guillermo del Toro.
The one that just got released, right?
No. That Crooked Man or whatever.
No, not the Crooked Man.
Hellboy Crooked Penis.
Ron Perlman was amazing. The makeup, the effects, the dark feel of the story, the creatures, and all that's just fucking amazing. It still holds up really well. So, if you haven't seen that movie, it's a classic. It's definitely good. That's another one we didn't know how good we had it when that movie came out.
Mm.
No, I had that on my potential list there. That's a good one.
And for, damn it, now what do I want to do here? Do I DCEU? Let's do MCU film. Let's get this one out here.
Okay.
Winter Soldier.
Shit.
Oh, yeah.
God damn it.
It's either that one or I had another one in mind if someone would have stole it, but there's one other movie that's just as good, I think, but
good pick. Also, R.I.P. Robert Redford.
That's right.
Oh yeah, you know what, Anthony? Redford was famously a Pratt Institute alumnus.
That's
I remember hearing about that when we went to school there. I was like, fucking Redford. Yeah. Redford had a hell of a career, and Sundance Festival is like kind of his legacy. He's going to leave.
Winter Soldier, although it wasn't my first pick, is arguably like the best, like all around MCU film ever made.
Yeah.
Like actual film.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that it just set the tone for the rest of the Marvel Universe. Like for the rest of the MCU after that movie, it all went up a notch, I believe.
It's a good pick. Imran.
Fucking hell. All right. You know what? Let's just fill out this MCU film row here. Endgame's off the table. Winter Soldier's off the table. I think and those were both like on my list. So I'm just going to go to the next thing I had on my list. And it is a movie some people think is even better than its partner movie. And that's Avengers Infinity War.
Oh.
because for a movie to pull an Empire Strikes Back to end with everyone dying, not just dying, getting disappeared suddenly, and then it just ended. I remember that moment. I remember the gasps. It was like the opposite of an Endgame thing, right? People were fucking silent, and they had their hands over their mouths, shocked, like, what the fuck? What, they just fucking killed everybody. But I think overall, it's got, the second one it's a little gimmicky. It's time heist, whatever. This one, the intro to Captain Steve Rogers coming in, the way they build up Thanos beating down the Hulk in the beginning, the setup of the whole thing is still fantastic. And it's a great introduction to Thanos and being sympathetic to him. So, yeah.
Infinity War. Arguably the better film.
Right? You think overall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's a good pick. Wow. Now you've got me.
Oh.
So I got 2 picks here. There's a theme here with my picks in terms of movie theater experiences, but also appealing to the masses. So for my post-Endgame MCU film, I'm going Spider-Man No Way Home.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Again, similar to Endgame, what a movie experience seeing that in the theater. You also have to throw in the fact that we were just in COVID and getting a chance to be in the movie theater, all the hype between like is Toby and Andrew showing up, the fact that when they showed up, I mean, literally people next to me stood up and cheered like it was a fucking full sporting event.
Yeah.
And then the fact that like those people are in the movie, but then they're not just cameos. They actually like help develop Spider-Man in the movie to actually become Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And you get like the closure with Andrew Garfield saving MJ and the tears out of, I mean, it's just, the movie has its issues in terms of how they get there, but once they get there, it is just such a rollicking experience in the theater that I had to take it if it was
I'm fucking mad that you got the 2 theater experience movies, you motherfucker.
That's hell yeah.
I'm fine with him taking that one because I still can't believe that they used Aunt May to do the Uncle Ben thing in that.
I mean,
movie.
That's crazy, and like
I just can't get past it. Sorry.
The whole thing about like he didn't know he could just call the college and didn't have to do any of this shit. But
it's a dumb movie.
And I know it's a gimmick, but man, like people were losing it. I was losing it.
Losing their mind.
Just the chemistry together was. I wish I was like I wanted the whole
scene
movie
when they're all swinging for the first time,
and it's the 3 of them.
Yeah.
It's them.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's so good. Yeah.
All right. I by the way, like most of my number 1 picks are still on the board. So thank you guys.
Son of a bitch. And I
for each category.
And I didn't get Spider-Man 2 or No Way Home. Motherfucker. I'm not playing this correctly at all. And I got stuck in the middle. Okay. Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna pull one on you that you're not gonna like here, Hemron. Okay. I'm going with my wild card pick right away.
Yeah.
And I'm picking Spider-Man.
Oh, the first one?
The first one.
Shit, you could do that, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Spider-Man 2 is the better movie. But
first one's great.
The fucking first Spider-Man, like as a kid seeing that movie,
it was amazing.
It was amazing. Yeah. It was amazing. And I mean, the fucking the Nickelback song. Right. And Kirsten, like the upside down kiss.
Yes, and iconic.
And
go
Green
Webs.
Goblin, like
and he's like, "Go Webs, go,
go Webs, go!" I mean, it's just, they Raimi set the tone, and you just went, "Oh my god!" Like Sam Raimi, just did this.
Yeah,
like this is amazing. Like those first few, like when you talk about like Blade and X-Men and Spider-Man, like they're not great, but like they were better than they should be, and Spider-Man was way better than it should have been. So. Yeah, I'm also strategically just taking this away from you, Imran.
God damn it. I am not playing this correctly at all. I'm super confused. Because like wild card, I forgot could be anything.
Yes.
I was thinking like outside of the box picks.
No, it can be anything that you want.
Anything that's not son of a bitch.
Well, Spider-Man. They say that a hero can save us.
Okay. Okay, you know, what do I got here? NDCU, independent. This is not going to fuck anyone, but I want this movie in the independent category. I'm going to pick The Crow.
God, fuck you.
I
wanted that movie. Oh, well.
I think I ended up fucking Ruggs more than Anthony ended up fucking me on this so far. But The Crow, come on, goth.
I love The Crow.
The whole Brandon Lee story, the comic book was great. The soundtrack is great. It's of its time. You got Ernie Hudson, and you got Brandon Lee going, I say I'm dead and I move. Move it, you dead. I'm dead and I move. Just atmospheric. And
it's a great Halloween movie.
And true. I mean, it felt like the comic book.
It did,
which was
very, very.
Yeah.
It's just it works. It's of its time. It's a brutal movie. I love it.
All right.
You mean you want The Crow with the Skarsgård, right?
Not that one. Not the new one. I'm talking about the OG.
The one that makes no sense.
Brandon Lee. That movie is not good. Just like the new Hellboy is not good.
Yeah.
All right, Ruggs. You get 2.
All right. I'm going to pre-2000s. I'm going to take the movie that was the coolest thing and coolest movie to come out. It's Blade.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good
I had
one.
that on my list too.
Some motherfuckers would ice skate uphill.
Damn. You got, and then
that movie was better than it should have been.
Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
Man, took that one off.
All right. Now, I have to go with my wild card here. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. I'm going to have to pull something out of my ass here. I'm going to go with Civil War.
Oh, shit. That's
Captain
good.
America Civil War. That is a good pick.
That's a good one. First introduction of a Spiderman.
That's another one where when they do the airport fight, I
Yeah.
went, "Oh my gosh, this is like a comic book."
Yeah, I'm like, I can't believe I'm watching this. I can't believe it's actually happening.
It was a big thing. You got Black Panther introduction.
Yes.
Your favorite version of Spider-Man?
Yeah, you got the shitty version of Spider-Man.
You got Frank Grillo.
You got Frank Grillo.
Frank Grillo's in it.
That's makes it even better. I notice that 2 of the movies I picked has Frank Grillo in it. So
sensing a theme here.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a theme.
All right, Imran.
So I have wild card, post Endgame MCU, and DC non-DCEU. DC non-DCEU, huh? Interesting. But you've already taken The Dark Knight. Shit. Nobody. I think this is a good place for this to go. I'm actually gonna take James Gunn Superman.
Wow.
Does that count?
Yeah, it does.
Not a tear was shed. Yeah.
No, I didn't think that would, but it's fun.
You liked it. Now, you got to stay true to yourself. You did. You
Yeah.
really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was
And
fun.
a lot of people really
It's a
enjoyed
fun
it.
movie. I don't know.
The internet had a conspiracy that everyone liked
Yeah.
it, according to Roger.
Yes. Just trying to balance out the dark goth of the list.
Okay.
I don't know.
I am going to I DCEU. I got to pick something because Ruggs could potentially take something from me. I'm not sure he would, but for DCEU,
It's a hard category.
I could stay true to myself, or I could take something that. All right, I'm gonna take something that's gonna appeal to the masses. I did like this movie, and I'll make the argument that this does count. I'm taking Zack Snyder's Justice League.
No, but you said.
Well, let me make the case, and you can say it was released within the DCEU timeline, and it's like an Elseworlds tale.
It was not a theatrical release, though.
Oh, that's right. You're right. All right, then I will take that off.
Nice, because I was gonna fucking pick that, but
That's
then you were like,
that's a good point. All right, then I'll stay
I
true to
also had
myself.
that on my list too. So I don't know. We all had it on our list.
We had it on our list.
because
All right.
it's the only other fucking good thing in that fucking bunch of movies.
So then I will stay true to myself then, and I'm taking Shazam as my DCEU.
Okay, no, that's solid.
This movie was like the most surprising movie to see in the theater because I had no expectation. I thought, oh man, another DCEU film.
Yeah.
And it was so charming.
Yeah.
It felt like an 80s movie with the foster parents and the home and all that shit. And the scene at the end where all the kids get powers and help them.
Yeah,
was so nice.
Yeah, no, it's wholesome, it's uplifting, it's charming.
Yeah,
it's a good, well-rounded pick.
It was like an 80s foster family meets superhero film, and it was very well done. So that's my pick for DCEU. I don't know what the hell Ruggs is going to pick.
I know, because there's literally nothing else.
Another film that I will pick. So I'm going to go to The Independent.
Okay.
And I'm happy that this is here. But one of my favorite independent films, superhero films of all time, is Kick-Ass, and that's my pick.
That's a good one. I saw
Kick-Ass in the theater 2 or 3 times.
Yeah,
I was in college. I just connected with the story of this kid getting powers and falling into this and getting his ass beat all the time, and that's his power. And the love story in this one, Kick-Ass 2 is terrible. But I mean, right away, the movie starts with Nick Cage just shooting a little girl. Doing his best Adam West impression throughout the entire movie. I think Kick-Ass is an awesome movie. It's somewhat forgotten about now, but I loved that movie. So Kick-Ass is my independent film, which leaves me with one category left.
Oh, man. Yep.
Imran, you are up.
Let's do post-Endgame MCU. And kind of surprised this is still on the board. Huge. Yeah. No, I can't pick No Way Home. It's gonna be Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh shit, I forgot about that one.
Nice.
Absolutely. The first MCU R-rated movie. Get the fuck out of here. And bringing Hugh Jackman back. And you got the fucking mask. And all the shit that happened. And yeah, it's gimmicky, but it's fucking hilarious. Consistently deliver the best comedy superhero movies this franchise, and it had a lot of heart, and it's a lot of fun.
I like it.
Okay,
Ruggs,
you get your last 2 picks.
These
here.
are your last 2, and then I got my last one.
Okay, I'm going to now. Does it matter which version you pick? The extended versions or whatever.
It's got to be in the theater. Was it shown in the theater?
Yeah, it's the theater. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna pick Batman versus Superman: Dawn of Justice.
What? Get the fuck out of here! Wait, for your DCU film BVS, this is not. You're not trolling.
Yeah,
like I'm gonna pick Madam Web next. If you're serious, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, it's either that or Man of Steel or Aquaman. So I'd rather see the one with all 3 heroes in the movie.
I thought you would have went.
And it's better. Justice League sucks.
I thought you would have went Man of Steel.
Theatrical. What do you think is better, the theatrical release of Justice League or Batman versus Superman?
Batman versus Superman.
Yeah,
but
it's way more. It's got way better everything. It's got way better. Yeah. It's a Zack Snyder film, so it's got beautiful imagery. Superman dies.
Yeah,
you got multiple fight scenes in there. You got the premiere of Wonder Woman. The story is terrible, and Lex Luthor sucks. And there's the Martha moment that doesn't make any sense, and they ruined the Dark Knight. But what else? Nothing else in the DCEU.
He put a Jolly Rancher in his mouth.
But I would still watch that. I've watched that movie at least 4 or 5 times.
There's a jar of piss on the fucking desk.
I find it. Even though it makes me angry, I find it rewatchable.
You know what? The Ultimate Edition is a little less offensive. That's
what I was going to say. I wanted to put the Ultimate Edition.
It smooths out things a little bit, but it's generally the same fucking movie.
Right. DCEU is slim pickings.
It really is.
I don't think I could ever had the heart to put that by my name, but Ruggs does.
That's the wildest pick so far. I see. I get it. Okay.
All right, man. I was backed into a corner.
Yes.
Either that or Man of Steel.
Yeah. That's why
they're both Zack Snyder films.
That's why I took Wonder Woman right away. I was like, this fucking category has the least. I'm taking this.
What's your James Gunn movie?
Yeah.
It's I hate Guardians 2, so it's got to be Guardians 3.
You know what? That's a good movie.
Yeah, there's no fucking Mary Poppins. There's no fucking
Mary Poppins, y'all.
Dumb jokes in that. There's dumb jokes in it, but dumb jokes in the wrong spots, like they have it in that one.
It's a nice closing out of the trilogy.
Yeah, you got the whole Rocky Raccoon shit.
High intelligence, right? You got the high intelligence. What was he? What was his name?
The High Evolutionary.
High Evolutionary. Yeah. I knew he was high. I just didn't know how high he was.
There's a lot of movies that I left on the table that I really wanted to use, but
Shit. All right. Well, that completes your team. We'll get to the full team in a second, and that leads back to yours truly with the wild card pick. Now, shit. What do I do here? You know what? Wild card. Oh, I could do something fun. Or I could do something where that's a really good movie that deserves. Oh, shit. Let me see this list. Okay. This is what I'm going to do is, yeah, you know what? You guys took all the Spider-Man fucking movies, bastards. So, my wild card, I'm going to draft Black Panther.
Oh, that's a good one.
Because that was a fantastic presentation from Ryan Coogler. Again, very confident, stylized, and great music. Great bad guy. One of the best bad guys out there. And it was a big cultural moment. So that will complete my team. Anthony.
So I've got DC movie, non-DCEU left, and I'll just talk you through my logic here. I have a pick, but since I have the last pick,
yeah,
I'll talk you through. So the two candidates for me for this are Batman Begins and Superman 2.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Yep, I had both of those on my list.
Superman 2, arguably better than Superman. There's an argument to be made.
Yes.
It's more entertaining. You get the Zod stuff. They pay off what they teased in the first one with Zod and his crew getting like tossed in a diamond.
Yeah.
Or whatever the fuck they get tossed in.
Yeah, in the negative zone.
I think that's a really entertaining film. Maybe even a little more rewatchable than Superman.
Yeah.
But then there's Batman Begins, and I have to stay true to who I am.
Yeah.
I could not leave this film. There's Batman Begins as well. I could not put a Batman movie in here.
You don't have one yet.
But it's not going to be Batman Begins either.
No.
It's going to be the Batman.
Oh, shit. No.
Because I really like the Batman.
Wow.
I like what, who's that director?
Matt Reeves.
Battinson. I rewatched that film after the Penguin show came out. I was like, damn, this fucking movie's good.
Yeah.
It is serious.
Yeah.
It is dark. You finally get Batman doing detective shit.
Yeah.
I think that's a super layered film. It's like fucking watching Seven with Batman.
Yeah, a little bit.
I was gonna put Batman Begins, but I like the Batman better than Batman Begins.
Begins is really good though too.
I don't know if I could say that, but I would say it's Batman Begins is not the strongest in that trilogy, and the Batman is so far the strongest. The Batman, of its franchise.
Yes.
So I needed to have a Batman film. I wanted to talk you through my logic of the three movies that were rattling in my head. It literally was two, and then I just last second thought of the Batman. So I'm going with the Batman as my last pick.
That's a good one. Oh shit, the teams are locked in. Geek bonus. Anthony, give us your team.
Yeah, we'll go in order. So my picks, I've got pre-2000 Superman 78, Marvel non-MCU Logan, DC non-DCEU The Batman, Independent Kick-Ass, MCU film Avengers Endgame, DCEU film Shazam, post-Endgame MCU Spider-Man No Way Home, James Gunn's Guardians of the Galaxy, and then wild card pick, I took Spider-Man.
Solid list 2002. There. Solid list.
That's a really good list.
That's a really good list. Let's see how mine stacks up. I have pre-2000s Batman 89.
That's a juggernaut.
Marvel non-MCU Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Also lots of fun.
DC non-DCEU James Gunn Superman. I might have fucked up that one. Independent The Crow.
Oh, I'm so jealous that you picked that one.
MCU film Infinity War.
There you go.
Great film.
DCEU film Wonder Woman. I mean, that's it's got the best one. Post Endgame MCU, I got Deadpool and Wolverine.
That was like a great pick.
My James Gunn movie is The Suicide Squad. And then wild card, Black Panther. You know, it's not a bad list there.
No, I think it's actually pretty good.
Rugs.
Well, my pre-2000s, of course, is Blade.
It's great.
We got non-MCU Marvel, Spider-Man 2, arguably the best Spider-Man movie ever
Fuck
made.
you for taking that one.
DC non-DCU is the best arguable that movie is Dark Knight. It's far and away
the best overall anything. Yes,
independent film. I mean, the ones that are up there: Kick-Ass, The Crow, great. Hellboy's right up there with both of them. MCU film. I picked Winter Soldier, which I think is just the best solid movie of a. But I mean, you got the Endgames on there, which are both big crowd pleasers. So mileage may vary on that one. DCEU.
This is your most controversial.
This is where I was stuck in the corner with nothing to pick besides, I think, Man of Steel.
Yes.
And, I mean, Aquaman's not getting in there.
You can't. It made $1 billion, but you can't pick fucking Aquaman.
No, because it's a shitty
It's
movie.
horrible. It's silly. It's stupid.
So at least Batman versus Superman is memorable.
At least it makes you feel something.
Yeah, it makes you feel hate.
Yeah, either anger or whatever.
Now, this is where I think I went a little bit I went a little bit in the weird direction. I got Fantastic Four First Steps because I felt like it was just a different kind of movie.
Yeah.
It tries to shake off the stink of the Marvel Universe a little bit.
Yeah.
So I was happy that it did that. So that's why I picked that one. But probably a better pick would have been Imran's movie. And then James Gunn's, I got into the corner too. I had nothing to pick from there. So I got suckered with 2 shitty picks. So
your James Gunn is what? Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Yeah, and then I got Civil War is my wild card.
That's a great wild card. That is also a very interesting set of movies.
Yeah, Ruggs has an interesting roster because he's got some of the best films and then bad movies.
No, nobody picked Thunderbolts. I was thinking about that.
So I was going to call out some honorable mentions.
Yeah. I got a couple too.
Yeah, if I don't call these out, if you got a couple more, come over the top. So Superman 2, no one picked that.
Yeah.
No one picked X-Men Days of Future Past.
Well, a bunch of the X-Men, X2, even the first one.
Yeah, I had that on my list for
non-MCU.
Yeah. The original Deadpool.
Yes.
Okay.
I had that on my list.
Joker.
Yes.
Independent films. I wrote down the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Not yet. I had that for pre-2000s.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if people have the mileage may vary on this. I really liked it, but also I was a kid. The Mask.
Oh yeah. I had Scott Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim. Yeah, no one picked that.
Yeah.
DCEU. The movie I had written down that I would have picked if I was in Rugs was Blue Beetle.
Oh shit!
That's a good one.
Yeah, I would have picked Blue Beetle.
That's kind of like
I still would have probably picked PBS.
Yeah. But are there anything else that I'm missing?
Well, I had pre-2000s. I had Conan the Barbarian.
Oh my god!
Which
that even count? It's a comic book.
It's a comic book.
Yeah, it is a comic book.
Okay.
Is he a superhero?
Yeah. In that time. In that time, yeah, of course. Indie characters. I got Sin City.
Yes.
Which we didn't talk about. MCU Iron Man, which is left out here.
Man,
I was gonna do as my wild card, but then I decided to go Civil War instead.
Yeah.
Pack that way. It's not just Iron Man, but it's Iron Man and everybody, all of his friends. What else? Spawn. I don't know. That's a terrible movie.
Spawn, I thought about, but it's not good.
It's not a good movie. Yeah. And I think, as far as what else is in here that we didn't talk about?
So here's one I wanted to put in and I didn't. And
Watchmen. There was that.
Yeah,
Watchmen.
And V for Vendetta.
Yeah, V for Vendetta. Yes, from DC, non-DC, DCEU. Pre-2000s or independent. Darkman. I was really wanted.
I had that. I had that.
I wanted that somewhere, but I went with The Crow instead. But that's Sam Raimi doing superheroes way before anybody, and it's a superhero. I think it's made up though, so I don't even know if that would have been counted.
But yeah, there's some really good ones that we left out. But
there was
Batman: The Mask of the Phantasm released in theaters?
Yes,
it was.
So that could have been in, and that would have been a good pick. What about I had stuff like Unbreakable?
No,
it's a superhero movie,
but not based on a comic. No.
And then Edge of Tomorrow is actually based on a manga. It's not really superhero, but
yeah. What about Dread?
Dread would have been.
Dread is a superhero comic. Men in Black.
Men in Black would have counted.
300.
300 is actually one where I had it written down. And I went, I don't know if this is a superhero.
It's not a superhero. It's literally a historical.
I also had 30 Days of Night, which is a comic book too.
Oh, it is. Yeah. And then Shang-Chi also I had for post-Endgame.
Shang-Chi.
Everything else was taken. But I think we covered most of the good ones.
Most of the cream of the crop
here. So, listener, here's your task. You will now vote. I'll put up an image with the little thumbnails of the movies and the rows and the categories. It'll be in our Facebook group, on our X, on our Instagram. So you can vote in those places. You can send us an email, show@jockandnerd.com right now. After hearing this, tell us who you think had the best team. And I will attempt to put a poll in the Spotify entry for this episode. You can add polls. So once it's up, I can go in there and add a poll who had the best team.
Ooh, make it a long poll.
Nice long thin poll.
Greasy poll.
Not a lot of girth on this poll.
Yeah.
But I will count all the votes from everywhere and come up with a winner. If you want to vote this week, yeah, great. Maybe we'll give it 2 weeks so people can vote. I don't know how long to have the voting period open, but you got a week.
There you go.
From listening to this if it posts right away. But if you're listening later, you can always chime in and be like, this person had the best team. That was a lot of fun. I needed some fun. As next week we'll be tackling a Paul Thomas Anderson movie, and those aren't always fun. So this was a nice little change of pace. Let's do some news from the nation here. It's time for news from the nation. It's time for news from the nation.
It stinks. It stinks. It stinks.
That was a lengthy one.
It was sharp and pungent.
Broccoli.
It smelled like smelly cheese. I don't know how I smelled that through the microphone.
Yeah, it's pretty pungent.
I got one comment, and it's kind of relates to our little poll our draft we did from Wes Cranford from Australia. He says, I've now watched both Thunderbolts and Superman on streaming. I saw both in the theater, too. In the theater, I thought Superman was the more enjoyable film, but on streaming, I think Thunderbolts is much more enjoyable. Don't understand why anyone else feel the same. I will say I did rewatch Thunderbolts when it came out like 2 weeks ago. It's really good. I did not get around to watching Superman again. It just came out this past week, just in time for people to watch it and catch up on Peacemaker. But I don't know. Thoughts on this, you guys?
I don't know. I feel like
is there a difference where you see the movie?
I don't know.
I could see that. I mean, Superman is like meant to be seen in a theater, whereas Thunderbolts, although it's an MCU film, it's not necessarily a big film. It's more of a character film. Yeah.
And I mean, you're thinking we're just talking about theater experiences, right? Watching Endgame, No Way Home at home, it's not
way different.
Way different. You're not gonna have the same feeling. Like you can never get that feeling. So I think.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Of our picks of our draft, what do you think the most rewatchable film are, or which movies have you watched the most?
Oh, I already mentioned Batman '89.
You've watched that's
multiple times.
I would have to say Spider-Man I've watched, and Spider-Man 2 I've watched a million times.
Yeah.
The Dark Knight I've watched tons of times. I haven't really watched Endgame again.
Really? I've watched that in Infinity War a bunch of times.
Just maybe once or twice.
Yeah.
I've watched. What about you guys?
I think just based on amount of time, Spider-Man of my picks. But that's a great question. Endgame I've watched a ton, but Endgame is one of those movies similar to No Way Home where I haven't watched the entire movie, but I've rewatched the big scenes.
Yes.
And I've rewatched people's reactions to the big scenes.
Yes.
So I've rewatched a lot of recordings of people doing it in the theater and seeing how they react to that stuff.
Yeah, it's always nice to know like what you throw on as a comfort film or something. I want to see that again. I just want to feel what I felt like. Superman 78 I've watched like a million times.
Civil War
I've watched a million times.
I've watched Civil War a bunch of times too, just because
the Crow is when you want to get like real dark and start turning off all the lights.
That's like a Halloween movie. I
you
watch it like
get
when
emo and dark.
Yeah, Hellboy's a Halloween movie. I like to watch that around Halloween. Yeah, I think it's got monsters in it, and it's got fucking satanic shit in there. It's fun. Guardians of the Galaxy 1, I'll watch because it's a fun experience.
How often are you watching Batman v Superman?
Every night.
I watched it. I think I've watched it at least 3 or 4 times.
Really?
Yeah, and I think I've watched Watchmen a lot too. I've watched I love Watchmen.
Yeah.
Even though it's not a great movie, I think it does its job in telling you the story. It's not exactly like how it should be, but I feel like he does a pretty good job. I like Rorschach and all that. I mean,
shit. It looks great. It looks just like he just filmed the panels.
Yeah.
That's a good question. Yeah.
What about you, Imran?
I know I said Batman 89.
Oh,
Easily.
that's right.
I've watched so many.
Which of the Spider-Man films have you watched the most?
Ooh, probably 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've watched the first one probably more than 2, but I think 2 is right up there.
I even like 3 because he's got the dark costume. It looks sick. It's fucking
Of course you do.
sick looking.
But the Spider-Man movies are pretty evergreen, man.
They
like
are.
you can throw those on any time, and they're always entertaining, and it's got it all. I mean, they did fuck up the Green Goblin a little bit by making.
I mean, he looks like a Power Ranger, but fucking William Dafoe didn't even need the mask, bro.
Yeah, he was perfect actor.
The mirror part where he's doing the mirror switch, like in live, he's just doing it. Going it's so good. And the end is sufficiently dark with the glider, and it's just like the comic book that I remember.
Don't tell Harry.
Yeah.
Dark Knight I've watched a bunch of times too.
Oh yeah, Dark Knight a lot. Dark Knight's more of a heavy movie. What's cool about the original Spider-Man is it's very whimsical.
Yeah.
It's very like right when it was released, it was timeless.
Also, that scene, Toby, where he's got MJ and the food goes in the air and he catches it on the tray. He did all that. That's not any stunts, no wires. They filmed that like 40 times and he caught it all.
That's awesome.
Yeah, just that was a real practical stunt that they did over and over again until they got it perfect.
When it came out, while we're on the topic, and they did the organic web shooters, were you guys like, oh, what the fuck? Or were you like, whatever, it's cool. I'm down, whatever.
I was disappointed.
Yeah, I was like, what are you doing? You're changing the fucking thing.
Well, he was trying to equate it to like premature ejaculation.
Right. But it kind of made sense, right? And like, I think I eventually was like, oh, this actually makes sense. And
I just remember as a kid, I didn't know the difference between organic and mechanical. I was like, oh, I guess they've always been organic. I didn't even realize that was a thing.
You know, it just took away the thing where he's a smart kid who can make these.
Well, and the plot point where he always runs out.
Right.
Yeah.
But they worked that in with, a crisis of psychological crisis.
Yeah.
But,
he had,
dude, when that movie was getting made, it was similar to Batman 89 for me because remember they did the trailer with the World Trade Center was the teaser in 2000.
Right.
It was amazing. And that was the first glimpse you've got of him. Like we'd never seen a Spider-Man swing on a string through
and
New
they
York.
did it so well.
And it looked so fun. I was like, holy shit, that is what it would look like.
Were you guys in tune when they announced the director?
Yes.
Were you like, oh, Sam Raimi?
Yes.
What the fuck?
Of course.
Oh, yes.
Army of Darkness.
Yes.
So were you like, oh, this is
Darkman.
good? Or were you like, what the hell? Why is he doing
Well,
this?
this is the thing. It was rumored that James Cameron was going to do it. And I was like, I really wanted James
With Leo
Cameron.
as a Peter.
Yeah, I didn't know if I wanted Leonardo, but I was fine with it. But like, I really wanted James Cameron to do it. And then when it fell through and they got Sam Raimi, I was like, you know what though? He's very comic booky. It's not going to be a James Cameron movie, which would elevate it. But he ended up doing a pretty decent job.
Oh, he did a great job. And I was more shocked at the Tobey Maguire casting, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah.
Because then I was like, who the fuck is this guy? And I went and I tried to I watched all the movies he was in. And I was like, I don't see it. And he did an okay job except for the crying face. He's got a bad crying face.
He was all right. I didn't think
You
it
know,
was bad.
you know, like bully Peter.
I mean,
Oh, that's in part 3.
Yeah. No,
With the
that part-
emo hair.
Yeah, that's not good.
So here are the list of names that were bandied about before Toby got the role.
Leo?
Just so while we're talking about it. Leo.
Yeah.
Freddie Prinze Jr.
No.
Chris O'Donnell.
Okay.
No.
Topher Grace.
Well, Topher might have been okay. Huh.
Jude Law.
Jude Law?
No.
Chris Klein.
Oh.
No.
Ewan McGregor.
Ewan McGregor.
I don't know who this guy is. Wes Bentley.
Oh, he was in those some movies. He was just about as unknown as fucking Toby was.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And then Heath Ledger was also.
Oh fuck, young Heath Ledger.
No James Franco.
No James Franco. Joe Manganiello, who did Flash, also auditioned. There's some other people. James Franco also screen tested. Scott Speedman and Jay Roden.
Manganiello was way too big, as you could see.
Is there
as Flash.
any universe where, who of those names was there anyone you're like, oh man, that would be
Fucking
cool?
Leo and James Cameron? I still want to see that movie.
I think maybe James Franco would have been okay.
As Peter instead of Harry?
Yeah.
You switch him.
The Jude Law one's kind of out of left field.
Jude would have been. What was Jude even doing in 2000? How old was he? I feel like he would have been.
He was making
too old.
He was right around Talented Mr. Ripley and all that.
Oh, that's right.
He would have been too old though.
Like
right?
they would
Like
have
he
to
would've
make
been
James
told.
Franco like CGI him to be skinny for the Peter scenes until he becomes Spider-Man, and then he could be a regular.
See,
James
if
Franco.
Topher could have bulked up, kind of like Toby did for the transformation scene, I thought Topher would have been okay. Maybe, I don't know.
Here's a couple names. While we're on the topic, we might as well stay on it. Norman Osborn. So perfect casting, right? With what's his name?
Willem Dafoe.
Here's some of the other names.
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage.
Oh my God.
Whoa, that would have been amazing.
That would have been amazing.
That would have been amazing. That's a
Harry.
That would have been amazing. Jason Isaacs.
Okay.
John Malkovich.
Yeah, Malkovich was supposed to be the Vulture.
Vulture at one point, yeah. And then Billy Bob Thornton.
Billy Bob Thornton as Norman Osborn. Maybe. Maybe. Defoe has
we
the
got to do Mary Jane now.
Okay, because I think there were better picks.
Mary Jane. Kate Bosworth.
She's all right.
She's not a great actress.
She's not a great actor.
Eliza Dushku.
Oh my
I would
God.
have taken Eliza Dushku all day, son,
That
over
girl's
anybody.
Very attractive.
Yes, but yes, and you dye her hair red, no problem.
I don't know who this girl is. Jamie King.
Nah, I think. I mean, that's a toss-up. She was very. She's a model.
She was in White Chicks. I'm gonna say hard no. She was a model
Okay.
actor.
Mina Suvari.
Oh,
No.
This was before American Beauty.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I don't think so either.
Kate Hudson was offered the part but turned it down.
No, I'm glad.
Okay. Elizabeth Banks was auditioned but was told she was too old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Raimi also considered Alicia Witt. I don't know who that is.
No, I think
Alicia Witt was in that redhead.
I mean, Eliza Dushku is definitely the best looking out of all of them.
Kate Hudson maybe would have been all right. You know,
Yeah, trying to think who has the spunky. Because Kirsten Dunst didn't really have that like spunky vibe.
No, that was also kind of a controversial casting at the time.
She kind of played it like she was what's her name?
Gwen.
Gwen, yeah. She kind of had a Gwen vibe, but just with red hair.
Because I think Toby was doing some independent movies and she was doing some.
As Bill would say, there's a ton of sliding doors. I think the biggest sliding doors moment would be Nicolas Cage.
Oh God.
It should have been Jessica Alba or one of the Jessicas.
Oh, any of the
Jessica Biel.
Jessica Biel. Oh, Jessica Biel would have been good too. Give me, James Cameron, Leo, Nick Cage, and Eliza Dushku. That's a fucking movie right there.
Do you think Spider-Man's more popular with them doing it?
No, I don't know. I don't think so.
So
no,
I think
that's fun.
Looking back at that movie, that's kind of fun seeing the names that were tossed around.
Yeah, I mean, all these movies have similar sliding door potential. So
yeah.
All right, what are we watching, fellas? I
watched Gen V.
Okay,
I watched as well.
Oh, you watched all 3 episodes?
That's right.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, so we will we'll discuss at the end when it's done because we're already doing 2 shows. But what'd you guys think so far? Ruggs, let's start with you.
It's fine.
Right, it's what I expected. It's your typical The Boys Gen V stuff.
It's not like knocking my socks off or anything.
Anthony, what'd you think? We got a new mystery, some new characters, and this because Chance Perdomo actually died. The guy who played Andre.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he died in real life while they were shooting the 2nd season.
Oh, no kidding. I was wondering why that was a storyline.
Car accident or something?
Yes. It was tragic and sudden. And so they had to rewrite a lot of this. And a lot of it deals with the fact that Andre is dead.
That changes things because I was very confused why this plot line was off storyline and why they had them go in the hospital only to bring them back to like square one where they're back at the
school.
Still not fully on board with that. I'm with Ruggs. I think it's fine. I think this is actually the first season though where I'm kind of like I've seen a lot of this now and I'm used to the vibe and I'm just like it's okay. It's okay.
It's a lot of the same thing, right? I mean,
it's a lot of the, they're really leaning into, the Vought being the very conservative and the Starlighters being these like Democrat liberals that are getting blamed.
Starlighters versus Homelanders.
It takes a little bit of the fun out of it.
Yeah. I just don't find it fun because it's so close to what we're already seeing.
I mean,
in the media.
you got
and everyone's doing it too, so it's like it feels like it makes every show feel samey.
Yeah, It's just, especially I think with the timing of like, Charlie Kirk's death.
Yeah.
I think it's just a little too close to the real world where I'm like, I kind of want to escape, and this is not being an escape for me.
Yeah, but
anymore.
this show, The Boys and the show has been that the whole time.
I know it's always been that, but it's it's been 6 seasons now of this stuff.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. I'm not like super hooked yet. And I had to watch 3 episodes and I was like, yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like this principal guy who was at the other hospital, and he's kind of training them and pushing them. And that big dude, that was kind of a fun scene. They got to fight the guy. But there's butt chugging at that party. That was kind of fun. And then
a lot of butt stuff.
A lot of butt stuff. But then Cricket gets all big and it's just giant boobs hanging out there.
You don't see him.
You don't see him, but that was, she's...
Come on, we're seeing assholes and dicks all over the place.
I know. She's still having trouble. I like when they were playing beer pong with her. She's still having trouble controlling her powers. But yeah, I'm like, it's okay. It's like, I've seen all this. It's the same tone. It's the same theme. Let's see where it goes, I guess. What this mystery is. They solved a lot of it with the Odessa. A lot of cameos. That was kind of fun from Starlight and The Deep and who else? Anybody else? I think that was it. All right. There's 5 more episodes of that. We will discuss what are we watching, and then when it's over. Anthony, you posted some Patreon things.
Yeah, I posted it in one release. I watched Night of the Juggler from 1980. Very much recommend watching that film. That fucking film is awesome. Josh Brolin's father, I think is James Brolin.
James Brolin.
Yeah, it's a movie about in the like late 70s, early 80s New York, where it's a grime fest, and the cop's daughter gets accidentally captured by a psychopath. He's holding her for ransom, thinking it's the daughter of a rich man. And throughout the movie, James Brolin, there's a 25-minute chase scene in the beginning of the movie.
Nice.
That's awesome. And James Brolin is just chasing this guy throughout the fucking film, and it's like unexpected laughs. Like at one point, a cab driver's like this Puerto Rican cab driver just like starts taking him and like starts shitting on white people as he's chasing the criminal. Like it's a funny ass movie. In the Mood for Love's a Wong Kar-wai movie with Tony Leung and Maggie Chung. I think it's Maggie Chung.
Yeah.
A little more artsy, not really my style, but I watched it because of the 25th anniversary of this film.
And it's a romance.
It's a romance. Yeah, it's like a romance about these two people that have are neighbors, and their partners are cheating on them with each other, and they figure it out. So then they start to like have a relationship and bond, but then they can't like be together.
Sounds exciting.
Yeah, it's very artsy. It's a very fucking artsy. It's beautifully shot, but very artsy.
Yeah, that's what I could tell from like the screenshots. The lighting and the shots look really cool.
Very like strong reds and yellows.
Yeah. All right, that's fun. Both of those at the Alaho
for the Alamo.
All right, Ruggs, you watch anything?
I watched Warfare.
Oh, you did?
Oh shit! What did you think of that?
Yeah, what'd you think?
I gotta watch that.
It was decent.
Okay.
I thought it was going to be a little bit more than it was, but it was decent. It's very realistic. It reminds me of like those other movies that came out with the Navy SEALs. Very similar.
Hurt Locker type?
Yeah, like Hurt Locker-esque and all that stuff.
Very Call of Duty-esque.
Yeah, and it was good. It was good. Like very gory, very realistic. Harrowing situation. They're pinned down and they have to fucking figure out how to get.
They just got to get out. It's a very simple storyline.
Yeah, they go out to do something and it gets fucked, and then they have to get the fuck home. They got to get.
What war are they at?
Iraq, 2006.
Oh, okay.
7. Yeah.
And then the movie ends. It's based on a true story or something, and you see the guys that they show you the pictures of the guys.
And the guys are there showing them like, this is what I did. I was here. I stood here. I had the gun like this. So it's all based on their memories, but the guys actually involved. It sounds like they were there the whole time.
And I think that's why it's not what I expected, because they're probably stuck to the truth, and that's different than what you could make up.
Right.
It's not always very cinematic.
Yeah. So in keeping it realistic, it loses a little bit of cinema points, but I think that's still admirable because it was actually a very, very good movie.
Yeah, like in the beginning, you're just like literally just hanging out with them. They're waiting for something to happen, and like they're just sitting there. But that would have been part of it.
Well, they're watching the Eric Pride's "Call on Me" video, which if you've ever seen, it's the most sexual video.
I didn't understand what that was. What they were watching.
You know what I'm talking about, Anthony?
I've seen that video once, but I mean, that song is like a classic song.
Yeah. The video is just women in like exercising in like thongs.
Oh my God, I gotta watch that.
Yeah, it's amazing. So yeah, they're watching it and they're all getting like psyched up to go on this mission.
Yeah, it's interesting. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I if it's not just temper your expectations. It's an indie film.
Yeah,
but it was good.
It's one location the whole movie.
Yeah.
All right, I watched 28 Years Later is on Netflix now. I took a peek.
Is it good?
You know what? It's not bad. First of all, you don't have to.
I hear like all divergent opinions.
Okay, so I'll tell you why. And I know I'm not going to try not to spoil it.
Don't spoil it.
You don't need to watch the first two movies. It's kind of standalone. You can follow it fine. The first half of this movie is excellent zombie world building shit, man. Like just like good Walking Dead shit. It's very tense. It's very good. And then the second half of this movie kind of shifts to a different kind of story. And that part's okay. And it leads to some other parts. And then the last like 5 minutes, 10 minutes is like tonally another thing that ties into the cold open of the movie, which is fantastic. The way the movie opens is really great and harrowing. So when you watch it, watch the opening and just keep that in the back of your head. But then he makes some choices in terms of how he's moving this camera and how it's completely different from the rest of the movie all of a sudden. And you're kind of like, what the fuck is happening? Okay, it makes sense. But what's crazy is the Bone Temple, the sequel, is coming out already. There's a trailer in January. And so I saw that and I was like, shit, let me watch this. So I can watch that trailer. And it looks like it's going to be like a 3-part thing. It kind of continues.
What's the sequel called?
It's called 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple.
Oh.
Which is that thing. You've seen the trailer. Remember that thing with the skulls in the tower and those bars?
Yeah.
That's like the Bone Temple or whatever.
Okay.
But despite that last 10 minutes, I kind of enjoyed the movie for zombie survival thriller shit.
Okay.
The kid that makes a really dumb decision in the middle of the movie that pushes the plot in the second half. But once you get past that, it's good. But I was like, get the fuck out of here. What are you doing?
There's a lot of that.
Yeah, he just changes his motivations really quickly. And it doesn't seem earned, but that's where they got to go. And that's where they go.
Uh-huh.
But then you need to watch it just to watch the end. Because it's fucking wacky, and you're like,
all right, I might.
What? It's a fun watch.
I'll wait till Halloween.
It's a good Halloween. It's a fun watch. And then the other thing I would recommend on Netflix is the AKA Charlie Sheen 2-episode documentary series. Now, let me tell you, I saw this. I was like, oh, Charlie Sheen is producing a documentary about him. I'm not fucking watching this. It's going to be all sponge. But you know what? This man is very self-aware. This man, I got more respect watching this movie. He's very open and admits everything. And and when you actually lay out everything that he's went through that you kind of watched on TMZ and social media, it's fucking wild. This is a wild life. This man should have been dead like 4 times. He did so much drugs. He is built differently that he could do so many drugs and it didn't really fuck him up. Couple fun stories, highlights. Some of my favorite parts is there's a moment where they're trying, and he relapsed smoking crack so many times. He even talks about his like
crack. Jesus Christ!
Yes.
How poor is he?
No, it wasn't poor. He was smoking. He was doing lots of cocaine and booze, and then
but isn't crack like when you can't do cocaine?
No, crack. So there's 2 different ways that crack. You can cook it up and smoke it, and it's even stronger.
Oh, I see.
That, and then the crack rock, some of it is kind of lower, but if you have a good dealer, but he's like, I was taking 7-gram balls and smoking the whole thing. And that's a lot of crack for one person, one sitting. But he relapsed so many times. The last relapse, they were like, Charlie's not going to stop smoking crack. This is what we're going to do. They go to his drug dealer and they were like, can you just make the crack a little less strong every time you sell it to him? And that's what the guy did. He stepped on it a little bit, giving him the same amount. And by the end, he's like, Charlie was smoking bunk, and he was like, it's not doing anything. I'm done. And he just stopped. And I was like, what the fuck? Brilliant idea. and also kind of wild that you had to go to his fucking crack dealer. So yeah, crazy. And okay, here's another crazy story. Let's not forget, because it kind of ties in with this Jimmy Kimmel thing, right? Jimmy Kimmel said some shit. By the way, he's back on the air tomorrow. The fucking suspension.
That's good.
Yeah,
That suspension was dumb.
It lasted a week. It was dumb. He didn't really say anything bad, but that's what happens these days. Back then in the 2000s, Charlie Sheen and his wife at the time were so high on drugs that he came at her with a knife and she called the cops, and then she had to recant later because she was so fucked up. And this is when 2.5 Men is going on. And instead of firing him, it was contract renegotiation time. This is the moment where he gets paid $2 million an episode and he becomes the highest paid acting star in history.
Oh, shit.
After just getting bailed out of jail for attacking his wife with a fucking knife while high on drugs. And then the show kind of went downhill after that. But he was making $2 million an episode.
Damn.
I still think that's the highest paid fucking sitcom star.
And he was doing drugs that whole time where he was on
Yeah. When on that show, and the character he played, he was just making fun of himself. I'd never watched that show either, but it had a built-in fan base. People loved it from the start.
I watched it when it was
went
on.
for like 7 years or some shit. But yeah,
he was smoking crack and he had AIDS and the whole thing.
Yes,
right?
then he was Then he found out he's HIV positive. Dude, just watch it, and you kind of have a more respect for this guy. There's another great story where he was drunk on a plane when
Why
he was.
would I have any respect for him? He was a fucking drug addict.
Yeah, but the way he talks about it, he doesn't glorify it, glamorize it. He knows he was fucked up. He was fighting demons. He had problems. He needed help. His father was there the whole time. Martin was there every time. There was him and I think it was his brother or Nick Cage or somebody. When they were young, they were really drunk on a passenger plane full of people, regular passengers, and the fucking pilots let him sit in the cockpit and turn off autopilot and fly the plane for a little bit, and he was fucking wasted flying this fucking passenger plane for.
Oh my god!
Yeah, and then they turned the thing back.
Wow, that pilot should be fired immediately.
Yeah. So it's a fucking crazy doc, crazy stories. He had a crazy life. I rather enjoyed it. So, anyways, next week's assignment, fellas. We're here, PTA. The other Anderson, Paul Thomas Anderson, one battle after another. I didn't even look
PTA,
up
like a teachers
Parent Teachers Association.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, we're gonna vote on the school lunches now.
Yeah, yes, pizza for every Thursday.
They're gonna be tapioca. What are we doing?
Yay or nay? On Rotten Tomatoes, let me check out the score. Wow. All right.
I say cheesesteaks. That's what I like.
104 reviews, 97% on Rotten Tomatoes. I want to temper my expectation because everywhere I see, people are like, this is the movie of the year, it's the best movie, blah, blah, blah. I can't.
It's kind of tough when you see all those things.
I know. I don't want to walk in with this bias already. I'm going to try not to, but I'm looking forward to it. It got me a little more excited.
It's coming out this week, huh?
Yes. We will we'll review it next week.
All right, cool.
All right.
Did you have sloppy joes at your lunch?
Yeah, we had sloppy joes. We had the cardboard pizza in the box.
I just was curious at Chicago lunches.
I don't know. I don't think we had the sloppy joes. Everyone really liked the one of the things that people really liked. They do that. This is like trendy now. Everyone sells it, but they would do the hot Cheetos and then they'd put like hot nachos cheese in there
in the bag.
Yeah. The cheese in the bag.
They served you that?
Yeah, you did that. Really? Even you could buy it. You could so you had this lunch line, but then they had like a little kiosk or snack like line where you could buy like these random snacks, so like fries or hot Cheetos like that.
Jesus Christ!
That's your walking nachos.
I know that was the early 2000s. Were
Could
wild.
it be any unhealthier? They should just.
Yeah, you should have seen the amount of obesity in that cafeteria.
I mean,
oh really?
I'm so old. We had little fucking milk cartons and pizza and cardboard boxes.
When I was in there, we weren't thinking about like health. Everyone was eating.
No, we had burgers. We had burgers. We had sloppy joes.
It's kind of wild to me that in high school there was just like a Coke vending machine, but there was no healthy drinks. I was like, should there really be just giving these kids fucking full calorie soda? Sure,
it was cheap.
It was cheap. Yeah. That's the problem.
The healthy stuff was expensive.
Yes.
Now we all have diabetes.
That's why. Well, thank God for Ozempic. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
It's curing everyone. All right. Well, what was your lunch, listener? Let us know. Write in. Ruggs, where can the people find you and tell you what they had for lunch in their grammar school?
You could go on Twitter or X and it's a Rug Boy Show on Twitter.
Anthony, where are you gonna be this week?
I'll be watching the PTA movie on Thursday,
the Old Alamo,
and then this weekend, we'll see what kind of trouble I get into.
Oh, all right. In the meantime, listener, visit our website, jockandnerd.com, for all the ways to support the show, get in touch, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. And then the most important thing you can do, share this show, send it to a friend, tweet it out, post it, whatever the kids do. Put it on TikTok. I don't know. Get it out there. TikTok. Thank you for listening to the Jock and Nerd podcast. My name is Imran.
My name's Anthony.
He's the Jock.
He's the nerd.
We'll peep you next time.
I love this movie.
I like turtles.
I also like
Thing I offered you a chance to be a cop, and you blew it.
Jock and Nerd.
Yeah, we did it.